Well, I was have a moment. Good evening. Yeah, Kwaba Jasu Jumedi. So we're live on OK 101.7 FM and your partner radio stations at Daroma. Make us say we're live on High Life Radio of Virginia. We're live on Kings Jersey Radio. Or New Jersey. We're live also and NASPA Media or UK London. Yeah, we're live also at Nafa Media or France and Africa Belgium. TMA. Good evening. We got you FM. So Blazer Tony Law on any team. I'm pick here live. Walk cooking to me. Make us say the about somebody I can see my production team. No, Mr. Kujo Hansen, DJ All Black, any answer. Good evening, and come out, baby. I will be because I didn't more shit. It's unnecessary. I can. If I'm a Vim lady, then I will be talking about Bandai, but we'll also be talking about the biggest issue on the block, which is MPP for primaries. They say they are the hey, and easy. The Kennedy Japan camp versus the Baumia camp. Enye better. Obiate tibia man yonko nya asem ketwakra. I think that last week semukaya asema me catch him said the kind of damage Baumia team no e dey adwasafo be ye Kennedy Japan team no e be hit you man pass wa hit you. But I think damage you know oman coachi adwasafo yie. Oman coachi adwasafo yie because adwasafo asem no kan ye no it is going to the advantage of Kennedy Japan, which I don't think was the intention of Baumia team, no. So, omu coachy adwasafu year and kasa problem no emma because asama adwasafu can say Kennedy Japan do oba o my family and friends. Na me say mommy position. And no chance adwasafu you were talking from selfishness. Respectfully. As a selfishness inti na delegates no to anu so come the omo. Into omukata and who post out plenty a be backfire and on there. I think that I just have the intention mom was good so be fire Kennedy Japan. Baby or kaya or they hate Kennedy Japan say. And to about more be did matter and their punchlines might drop. And the Kennedy Japan yet then to be very difficult for him to come back from that. And nothing I want because in all his issues, so he's not trying to address Sasemna Adwasa for Kanya. And to nail the coffin, no, and about Miaka Basako drop your attaching. And to shall no pay attaching, say, baby, the club back in Kennedy Japan camp, no, was a year first, a year ago, saying that, oh, attaching, say, some nana, a Kennedy Japan person or Canada asset. Nana, he was referring to Katie Hammond. I think that thing is not going down. And share them to from it's not working. Until the Kennedy Japan team no must do their homework in responding to and seminar attaching time because they're damaging so or non a classmate no but on to mano because or lack emotional intelligence or lack akoma yedinya abotre or lack sense of secrecy and decency. So semi or my can a demo yen can abonte no de attaching punch Kennedy Japan style baby. But I don't have for seminal. I just have for some so not to be kind ever Kennedy Japan say and to about mobile did attempt. That was also a very very punchy. And also the other magic Kennedy Japan. But you see, the strength of Kennedy Japan no, is that I Baumia team is also doing all these things because Kennedy Japan Nipa Natoshi has been doing massive damage against Baumia team in Ashanti region, Western region, and Greater Accra region. Mamina spending the last 3-4 weeks was say baby I'm about me. In any case, now Toshi to a Christoni panty. Baby and not Christophony baby feel comfortable say. Because Kennedy Japan ni a Christoni intino. Christians are soft warning penny for them come on pay my present mama no more prefer Kennedy Japan. Now Toshi bem na Toshi asanko cement or say Kennedy Japan camp no. Christopher because on Natoshi, because I am very solid Christian. In fact, in the past, Mami was sponsor so for Israel because her argument is until the entire has gone buying. Your sponsor Cremoform Hajj every year by a year Christopher. And to on one casa in their own capacity, sponsor a software what garden you know, a software who matter the Ominako Israel. And to can be soon as soft on the car. Can be soon as soft on to probably a more comfortable way. And now she joining our Johnny Kennedy Japan camp, and she was in Baumia camp. And one of the Christians are so funny in a call you. And I was saying free on Eddie Omunako Kennedy Japan. That is a massive punchline. enti anunti ena Kennedy Japan Baumia team na they are now to see number 1 watching a soft one ko Kennedy Japan. Number 2 or something na mere damage they are greater Accra region for na ko Kennedy Japan camp wasan ko Ashanti region sa ko same wo honum enya asem ko na no Ashanti region ko se oni ba Samira ko crash baby ma Samira pe baby fire simple now to she has succeeded in shooting Baumia campaign down in Greater Accra Ashanti region and a year friend saying Western North and the also Baumia campaign to me and they say Napo, if Napo still has a following, if Napo still has influence, and of course, Napo ni Ashanti region, the other day. So Accra for Accra, so I'm bet the Napo Ashanti region, Accra, Obuana, and Yokumasi. Napo still has huge influence, even in Accra, still Napo fans. You know, there were people who still believe, even between they still believe, say, Napo, he said it in the heat of the campaign. And yes, Anna Napo, in any case, Napo being with Baomiano, that's also a very good asset because see, Napo ye come rantiane maba wa bua mo pari. I want to Napo ne so on kase ye ni. It's true, but Napo big strength. The strength and they say MPP for ba ya yes MPP for nye. Omu di edidija abroni beye. Omu di omu maubi. Any other Napo is not like that. Napo is one of the people who help MPPU to them papa, especially in Ashanti region. Ashanti region boys near school Accra. Ashanti student union. Enye Legon. Enye a friend saying KNUS inko. Enye UCC inko. Enye Valley View inko. Napo has really invested in the youth. Our Muko school, especially the youth from Ashanti region. Enti sa settle for Napo so they call Baomiano. Very silent because Yaman Napo bone akata ne papa ne we don't see the assets he's also bringing to Baomia team no. And that's also a very good one there. What's about Baomiamu protected? And then I make say na Baomiana kasane assets na owono. As against Kennedy Japan, so the assets are one in strength. Any a few weaknesses no. A friend say Baomia does not need a Abronya to be attacking opponents. Say the Abronya attacking, na toshi wa attacking, na toshi kunu wa attacking Kennedy Japan. But how can they say so? Now we are a mistake because we make be an uncle for sending message if ya Kennedy Japan that this formula ne buy. Yeah, attacking opponents. And obi cancer pa ya na me hu de menka because it's true. This politics of say you be actually for na Kennedy Japan na buy. But you see, Kennedy Japan oh yeah, no, yeah, na people for money fans yo. And you can't come and use this against him because Kennedy Japan was doing it for MPP. He wasn't doing it internally against MPP, for he was doing it for MPP against NDC. The only one at Kennedy Japan against MPP was a first and Cape, yeah, or something for tape, MPP for Kroya. And you can't come back now and use this against Kennedy Japan. And I brought me there. David run to program say, what's so trying? This the battle now, Educhu Monam Cheng. Dr. Brian Champo, no, a young man, oh, baby, one any or chance of Mumianu, Baumia come the Kennedy Japan, Messi Apua. No, actually, it's a yeah. We're preparing where we are marketing where you know about him. And so, only baby, sir, or by time Brian Champo, Kakra, into honor so you can, or years a Kaka, in him. And despite a EFS and a point of any dino, anyone wants to the mistake here and there, Nkanapo could have positioned himself very well as the heir apparent in 2032 and 2028. But Napo, branding against himself. He has to do a lot of work to revamp. PRB about Napo is very good for him. So Twasu, no, you're consistent. No, man, some of the things he did Napo can really come back as MPP presidential candidate. That is Sebaomienya. Napo can come back. Sebaomienya 2028. Napo can come back 2032. And then can thereof. Because I'm saying, Napo brought a lot of young people MPP move. So when he comes back in 2028, it will be time to take a year first and the rewards of what he had sowed, the seed that was so You see, and yet bias but the truth of the matter is, I know. Emrantia when we Kennedy Japan or Boam Rantia, the next person Napo or Boam Rantia, MPP mo papa. I can't pick in Guardian Comomunia, Rantia behind Mondi or Mochi. Because only the wickedness almost show boys was not check. And Banaponum Papa Kakrano Mayano, those ones will come back and reward them. Now, what the heck? ano pay attaching call by YouTube no it will be same style be attaching the classmate be Canada Japan enti otwemu anse no na to share dia oye no Eastern region Western North Ashanti Greater Accra region no ahwe abaomia ne ho be kire no e na omo release omo nkofo ni nyina enti after adonsafo de ne backfire kitu bi na adonsafo de baby aye ne me say o kan say Canada Japan didi mate man de obi akai but baby o kan say mama to man because Canada Japan ba on mommy post and about Canada Japan because of course Canada Japan ba on your family and friends so that one it was a backfire kaka nti ba me team me smart omu say no backfire pay no release attaching and cause same my o de he attaching ba no pay no be same style bi oba not yes Canada Japan no does not have emotional intelligence to lead Ghana simplicity oba no punch Canada Japan say in the classmate on do nim no e Ghana for na ye de nim Canada Japan wa abonti o so on do nim no ne na tena classroom ko so omo nyini and wasane na be the same political party Canada Japan lack emotional intelligence and the same way it's very likely that a lot of people will agree with attaching say Canada Japan na ye nim no first now obubom a lot of people had accused him at the time so only emotional intelligence but it is also true say now Canada Japan he's not the same person Canada Japan has refused to be pushed now saying no obi who said first no only emotional intelligence and then he's gained some because go for pushing but still on kasa but you see attaching sama oba UTV and opo be kan ba ko me say Canada Japan o suro ni kuma o pa say Canada Japan dia wa na say na wa sheda all purpose nti na onya pe na kuma ne be san ba attaching attaching lay pastor just say what put here first Canada Japan say oh na kuma na say why study no boa it is only temporary obetina konya sa kuma ne be san ba wan hwe a oto one ma obeche rolling to chi aka a t-shirt bo aka style bia bi no we de wan hwe Canada Japan cabinet meeting we minister na be here raw for one ma pay obesiza dangbele bi obecha cabinet meeting no why are the one na University of Ghana Medical Center from cabinet to University of Ghana Medical Center we are obepa uti because Canada Japan so okuta black belt o oni mutakoko nti no kan so no osori a oda oso da ye sika ne ntokwa okuta black belt enti asem attach aka is giving some kind of enya value so Canada Japan the rough obebro so but you see me say all these things that Baumia company you know because Canada Japan any na to share say campaign in 3 major regions that I am aware of in Greater Accra region in in Ashanti region and Western North and my year akosi kwate ba bonti so attaching attack Canada Japan you know boa ni nyina no asem Canada Japan kan ya attach na kwa fan personal I into say he needs to go out and fire Canada Japan ni nyina no ene ono kwa na no de no nti we a stray bullet here attach here air to man Canada Japan no atwa fanchen we stray bullet and drop you Canada Japan so because I say Canada Japan was not referring to Katie Amon. Okay, this is about Katie Amon. Not attaching when he said he bought 500,000 house and gifted it to Tokyo. See, he wasn't on your massam crown or on Diomo. Into our first asem no about attacking Canada Japan bia no way no why are you? And let me show you what a Natoshi said. Even baby, a Natoshi crack can't say a punchline. I mean, said then you hold you back to Natoshi.
Pa obetimia boyen. Ama ye winning power. Eye Kennedy or hini Agyapong. Pepacho esno election 2024 and esno election 2028. Who to me baki obi 24. And so nipa ne ye said ye si we ye aba wonya ye and nyoma be ye ebe kire se wo betoa so ana wo ntoa so a. Me hwa nyoma akoso na and I'm here imagine say mercy sem enye Dr. Brian Agyapong Dr. Dutum wonyina na nke enyina ye adwuma ma Dr. Bawumia nso ende wo mo afa forms and a wo mo ankasa ejina ana meboa enti se ba ne se wo nso pese wo sesa wa adwene a bibia ni hu enso me de me ye no minim se me yo bandu o se me yan krani o just me ntumi hu ade atem didie nko a muko radio so a brand
eti na to shi atem o kan say omu didi na tem all because we cross the carpet from Bawumia camp aba Canada Japan camp o say obia wo right sources and there which is true but o say ono de nipa o we need prime minister betumi win elections ama MPP ne Canada Japan nye Bawumia eno o say nye ono kwa na hu Dr. Duchum Brian Champ omu nyina hu to obia free a friend saying omu camp no obia free Bawumia camp. This is what she's saying. So omu nyina hu kani anu that's why they've all left Bawumia's camp to Canada Japan's camp. But ono ya no mu didi na. You see, she's giving credence to the fact that say omu free Canada Japan camp be attack Bawumia omu wodi entia because Bawumia camp di o matem. This is what she's saying. O say Bawumia camp omu didi na tem sa. It means to say so ochire bi uti so omu camp. Omu ye Bawumia camp and say 1-1 draw. Sa na opese ochire. And this is the damage on the Machanti region near the end. So let me take you back to attaching. And obey the obese move UTV no.
It is in him like presidential quality.
I don't see presidential quality. I can see him that he can do some businesses. Businesses quite away and over exaggerated.
How?
Because and nobody saying now a friend saying factories that don't want now no. Of I was in 19. Away 19 factories away. One net was say when your nyans and for our coffee kube at was a kube near na yebetumi anya we afiri kube ada na deda ada wonye kube etumi eboa nation ada na deda ada wonye enti ebi kwa na wo campaign ni lo be ka say eh ene na offer trade minister o new presidential material
the trade minister
of course so now o products abegu.
Well, I know they attaching can they oya mistake because you can say dentina Canada Japan that don't you kube no I'm ready and teaching on make kube business. Ghana a free country. Canada Japan see coastal no. I'm ready and forcing to go to coastal. And attaching so nko no so betimi esi kube factory ni bia ko betimi aye. Ebia ni I'm ready no I say by force obi nya factory nti ho de I think attaching should just be fair. Say the first no be ni sika de enya no one time o. First obi ni sika and no be enya sika. First obi ni idea and no be enya idea no so be bibia. I don't think say campaign na Bawumia ne ata Kennedy Japan company we should go into this issue. Oh, I don't know that one year. I know there it's material because Kennedy Japan cast obesi block 37 no. I don't know be Americans. I don't know that the MPP for buy and when see block no. But if you are friend and who aso, a friend na when you tika. Inti a friend no pesos. Inti I know the attaching yourself until budgety. If you slow down, ponyelo attaching you for ponyelo for there. Yeah, careful. But I'm to attach and come on. Me baby, okay, emotional intelligence. Oh no, punching Canada Japan.
Also ideas and what ideas now you can implement it.
Yes, the ideas now you know how far have you implemented it privately? The track record is there. I feel Miss Locra say me factories do well because I'm here. RS GR rebelled me I think about be Dimechi. How can a man be afraid to expose his success for scrutiny? How? What contradiction is this? It's a minimum baby who are working. Because the name is a papa, is he sure he wants to become a president? But mama, basically, don't sabbath to Bible near say me attaching her. Many fear will AU village. Yamini ni pen.
No, but him so don't start to Bible no so say what more would that.
Or more me. If I dare what they bought me $50,000 an hour. Now me would have parliament crowd and now me need $50,000. Why? Why is he lying like that? Said now 50,000 me want me now me hear them me compare rent advance now.
Okay, I had a attaching Kasa he's right because you see attaching before about parliament he was one of the most successful lawyers. On any Ghana cases no dio. Odi cases and confond if you are brochire diaspora America UK any other normal de brand in the end there attaching $50,000 there yana no dear may defend the attaching always sika me say before Oba Parliament, he was one of the most successful lawyers. O sika hu hiane sa eno de. Ba so kobo Canada Japan hobosia de ene ono na sem. Na wakwaje kra say
we have 50,000 free man.
Ah, we dey tin.
The pacho, make me a catch roll. Play. Enkofo bi didi nsɛm a menka ho bi. Enkofo bi agye ne sika me attacking a menka ho bi. Me mbrage sɛ me du akira ba me nye la sulila a me kɔ be deep politics ni ade nyina. Enkofo bebre ni me before me baba politics. Na enya ade a me kɔ ken Hina Agyapong kɔ sɛn sɛ ɔmo wa me na me fe sika nye bibi. Me se ene sɛ ayi studio ha or reduce studio into a conveyor belt. No be can be anama manako. Mo man fa title deed no be kyerebo. Eti frɛ no. Sɛ title deed ne wa touch ye di mu AU village no. On ma mo copy na mo hwɛ. Time o toye ade no. Sɛ check na o use on show the bank account. Sɛ 500,000 no. Baby a friends a vendor no wa kotu aye. Be say mama mum putu akompre kutu street proof. The baba be the whole pay say papa we o person be kan okore. Na sɛ wo pay na ana wo to medical now for say baby e kon enmoa you don't need these tactics. Say tactics we any go say
is it because now no or ne Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia ko akensie o support Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia ntina now na mamu hu ne flows na obi beka say time on na one year say wo pe person wo ye flag bearer no or ye president no there and in a way be okay be na say against NDC in say na mo you comfortable.
No mama obia ne ne su ene ne ba na ho so wonum tapes say what me nue ho a
tapes
yes historical tapes ene ne ma wakeka what you say it has nothing to do with Bawumia I don't know ni su ne ban and no capture publicly e su ne ban ni bi wa on the see obi nim sa attack or temperament da and to maba studio hey bi di we atem bi di ma atem bi di asofo atem hi na
na unyi ni so say no in a way no good say e be hu say ni pass message ni suni say no te dan say obeye katasumu mu aso na ave we echo bi kon na say sa na wote e the tumi na wo penti na wa bro ho ase ye nukuntu na so nte no so mum so ye bad
we we nu hu sin bibia say wani tua say we di eja aso so won ko Jubilee House how are you going to do it who to me control no I'm telling you
yeah sure
nimpa eni me bo am fere se meka onu nim se bi ni no pa eni me bi o akache me nka ojomu da because it was not intended for public consumption and komo bi a oni obi di which is not intended for public consumption no be believe so okay obi gina ho no akeken sem bi akakakra
no but say we the work can you say we nim po aka bibia che na sa de na ehu na mu odu na won kan so de a se ne na wo boa wo fo aso
there you can see enye nema nyina na intended for public consumption. That's why there's even the oath of secrecy. What is the meaning of that? Enye bi we faga na ho a o man pani nka that's all ka to you swear an oath of secrecy. They must so be him how to keep secret. How can he be president?
Okay mema wa home so ye kasa si
enti ye rata chance wa ponche Kennedy Agyapong so onim secret ontumi fa asem sie oya na asem a oba beka obe fire the cylinder bia bi nti da ba o me aka prum patcho last minute there they are releasing everything because they be bia omo drop on the style bia so we will see how Kennedy Agyapong team no so be respond because so far you are kwesi kwati there no oya na gentle I don't know about the other side of Kennedy Agyapong so what they will do to respond to some interview what they will do until me be reading my text message very soon but I don't know
Edamase samuma mi akwanya ema me sombro me kwa denya empesua yi esumo bi a wo ha
if you do
for 12 years if you do me enu ebi si wo pesua isu da obi akọ fie wotwe na so mo hye me mo nyam ema mo ma me fie mi enu ema wadim ewa ha ena mabahai masem yetiawa emre biedu ewo yamanyokuo yi mu emre du no emre a ye hwehwe okandifo a obetu franka no dia ma yen eye osunu amanyokuo na ye dia kosi ye ni enuanom endifo e dia kosi ani na ya pray mapeni akonya samre no na edru ewo ye yamani koni kugudu samre idu a benyufo ka bibi se eye fie konya na eto iti obi a timi yimiti se waso party no na wa ye adwuma na ususu se adwuma aso ani a utimi yi uti se o pray agwa kutu franka no e di ama amanyoku kugudu ana amene mo ka say emrantie bebre yi wonti mema kugudam e wo yamanyoku enu eyi wonti na so ele me frem wo ha me frem wo nipa ba ko edin kugudu and me see me frem wo me yadai me frem wo nipa ba edin eye Dr. Alhaji Mahmood
okay, any video nini because I was looking for video no baby ana adwasa for punch adwasa for kase mom nto ma obi odidi ma atem eti ena me kana asem de obi atoto mane ne nkro for everybody's punching from all cylinders ene Canada Japan team members ne bebre be join of Ajari be join ono na ye one communication the diaspora obe join NDC for so be join because there's this Baumia team no claim say adenti na NDC for no ese omope friend saying Canada Japan na it shows NDC for him so betime BT Canada Japan tino I don't see how that argument no works but MPP for Baumia camp na some say the fact say NDC for him bebre cry comfortable with Canada Japan chese onye good and comfort bebre so say Baumia wo cry wa ton ho dada but ade na aduma na de ma wo no boss na do ma atumi anye ejidi empe bio na Baumia ni team o mo pe enti asela tachi ne nkofo pushi say yemfa ono enko no na yen kai we Francis or say say all the aspirants of the MPP no are not fit for the country in the world in fact an NDC comes mpenifo ne ba ko beba elike morte or say Canada Japan Baumia o mbe biti no na me kan see asem we so say NDC for no so abukai say na me catch president mama say this third term agenda you person mo already share president mama kono he should reject it na me who say e nkofo bi o mo ben president mama e o jubile na mpese by force o push president mama say onko third term sad and my boys no mo read the comment be catch him say nkofo di wa term say na me dey odi matem na me nka me code na nka me set but I'm saying say ne Yera Fifi Kwete on a general secretary for NDC wa masa NDC for na mudidi atem na money shame on you people are all low IQ people officially because Fifi Kwete no own him there ono our school ono our ben or say President Mama nye interested in any third term. And the more I cap President Mama third term, and I'm with them no shame on if I fire burn you people. Wait just a more low IQ. Yeah, and we know the person of President Mama. Yeah, then I Juma or Parliament. We know that this is somebody praying who so pet third term. One touch or you're not the giant legacy uncle and it's in from Metwaso. He's not interested in a third term. And so you can't more in fact, I didn't low IQ. That's all that you people do. And then go back to the messages. No, Joe, see if you show all the way in Germany. Good job, and Oyen. Or 242. Or see on the number one. And I want to vote to no command number one. Any favorite number one. And any favorite. JCB message. I say, but Ghanaians do not need a touch here to tell us that they are Canada Japan. They are Canada Japan. And they don't need a touch here to come and tell them the omonye. What Francis say, Canada Japan, yeah, or no, they be only the Okikan Zemgun of us on the Omunim so your feta. Elder General say a Compreko has already won. And Tiam found the attaching by UTV Abekan Omon Fan. Zita say good evening, sister. I hope you're doing well, Patrozita and Uncle Show. I'm doing okay. Why? Hey, Eric say, but who told you people that this criminal party MPP for being Papa which is a food soldier, a general from political party, the entire rolling there called multi-party democracy, and say, Obia joining politics. In fact, party, we say, focus on Asema Yekano. Otu for my kind of messages, this is another one that you have brought. Also, if you are grassroots, they are for Ken, so they are connected. Richardson, Ghana youth, they almost a Ken and echo. omo mfa ho de attach ya beka ke na e na aircom educhum say Paul Boache say educhum is the underdog what's that efia why slow but sure but educhum is working pa Richard Ebuakon was say delegates no ebuoti Canada Japan dada omo say number 1 and echo number 1 no aso no moto amano Francis Osaya was say Canadian character is not onu do hwema educhum is the best among candidates nyina Robertson Galaxy say Ghana youth no mu here jobs na jobs dey na fully connected ehwa e no mu ejina Zita Makan message Edmond Danso say if you attaching elake wisdom asema obeka nyina wanche da anya bibia anse Canada Japan interest bia to no mum e na wa ha ne ho Richard Makan messages Francis Osaya Makan work is message Mame call Augustine saying we saw doctor's performance in government and the presidential election. We cannot rely on Baumia again. He cannot do anything for us. Ebra so mu change no mu ko baby a ebetumi aboa wo mo no so na sema or de aba eno Mame call Hans say if ya whatever he said there was sad. Kennedy Japan has proven say he's already good and ready for the industrialization of Ghana. And you no attach asem oti ate ha. Boss say attach asem a waje afa ne hu we can no kaketi amodasem attach anya wa. And so after the World Cup abetna fire no we casting. George Neo kind tete if you had the 37 projects no. Its cry has been doubled to $12 million. He has currently bought machines worth $3 million for the project. It can be only Koyi or race. Edu down so see we don't need weak candidates we need Ken. Or no bet me we no more candidate as a week. Omani nam ho ye kope madi ani mba join na enye eyi ne ye kope. Hans Boache or say am yan kan say because who has set standard for this country now na be chere say Canada Japan e be win and sit na chen kra na dwene. Ya who so say if you are why are you not talking about Baumia's achievement? I think Maka Baumia's achievement. I mean Baumia's achievement everybody knows. I mean, say no be any achievement. And I'll be say repeat him. Otu for say whatever he did for MPP, no, a benefited MPP, which you and your MPP development party benefited. Okay, minimum pakra responded to them. Or say what can Baumia do? Ya no so questions about Baumia. Na Baumia de empa no betimi ayama Ghana nti o say de Baumia echo. Edmond down so say still on the Kenan on ne beko Babs Ghana or say don't play with that. Okay, Mpacho mo amudi attempt there mobile or skip. I say tomorrow Sticker will respond to attach on UTV. Stay tuned. What can they have team no so share that dia gado o mate attach as for say when your platform onyire ye no chena sticker ono so be fire on UTV and opposha dey opri ho nti I think this is how it's going to go clap back then clap forward to elections we cherish that since we don't need angels on earth to solve our problems no omu here the oba obetimi solve Ghana problems Stephen Tufo now say I'm still standing by the only Canada Japan so no and obetimi ababe ye first eduma ediama Ghana for still JCB say manka one thing about me and JCB wa unim and I was okay blessing say if you are who started this nonsense did he not start with Malafaka comments as a mature gentleman patron why asem na okay or see leave him alone if you are before patron why asem na okay me I know I every case yes if you do you think Ken insulted attaching and I say why then patron don't ask me any question one katafa opinion bra opinion is the most important don't ask me as if me go na mo answer what you say you see sister those days Benny issues 2014 okay me Canada Japan in fact unim na me your program be amene kwabna kwache e friend oni emi huni ansa na ebe dane Benny issues ya ni Canada Japan ni tumesi apia NDC can MP for Senate and start that was in 2003 acho the mobile na mo nya mo za mo de mo nim Canada Japan che obi ahwe ya nim no from 2002 ansa na Benny issues kwa Benny issues nti yanko na yan hwe se na candidate nti NDC NPP before to you omo candidate na omo beba na omo aba be face NDC and NDC so dey call da but NDC so starting it yo NDC called that in terms of governance but in terms of say why the baby Mahama there no blows to be a bet to NDC mono because say you to force in a beba say Julius Zebra obi enim say Julius Zebra prepare no dada and I say e be Professor J na no pokwadima and a beba we don't know now she be do NDC no Volta caucus cry who Voltarians, the NDC candidate from Volta region, who will come and lead NDC. And the one who do NDC, no, better to tell the president Kufo kind a bear milk and honey. And the assembly there, and some cassia or honum. Okofo beka ho asem. Gabriel say on the Brian Champion in the candidate. Onimo bia, just a Brian Champion to no. And one no route. Kwaku de banka, over Jeremy Bowes is your name, Elikem. Also, Kwaku de banka say we are connected. Attach here any credibility. Be out to me by second campaign net. On to me send it China. Gabriel Macan messages. Fire or see if you NDC should elect a say Dunketia. Okay. And also a bad idea because the Sedun Ketiaso has been preparing boots on the ground of Juma Sedun Ketia, no. Wow, because all may say Dunketia and any one here, a bell be boo no. Wow, better pa. Brown, Befi Kofsin say, I'm watching from Germany. MPP should be very careful with their comments. Then these people are going to capitalize on the also they are going to. Omo capitalize that. Only can no at the almost squad, almost to one or more allegations are making no. Omo ye ni nyina ho book na mo awini a na mbohu omo be fa Canada Japan afa baomie nyina mo better power ha Majid say good job efia na Samuel Boatin to say if you I'm very connected until forget NDT for no the omo kan Elika mama good evening ni akwaba eba jaso media so
chale be je so na minti ye twere buta we
great ye da nyankopon ate. Now, so as an outsider who went people for last minute, boot for boot in a club back here. What do you think?
If you are Namincha Yetifo, Namincha Jerry so. I saw a DIC when people would you can tell, say, it's self-imposed pain, self-imposed distraction. Baby, I think I even wrote on your page one day, they say, they press their own self-destruction button. Nobody is doing anything to them. If you are the moment the national executives decided that where the AGN and Timayanko special delegate in them and change the rules and the constitution so that we do election early. Do you know what they are saying? We can't lead the party anymore. We need a new leader. Let us elect somebody quickly so that we step away. Because you just came from elections. You could have taken your time and continued the process that you were ongoing and try to rebuild, reorganize. Even NDC, who is in power, we are still doing registration right now. Registration starting in January 2026. All the way to March, we are doing registration. Again, new members.
Registration of what? New members.
New members who want to join the party. Just like you are aware, in America, the same thing. Every election, people go door to door to register people in the election. It's normal. That is what we do. But the national executives are saying that, look, yeah, we can't. If you remember, unfortunately, I understand it is health, but the chairman said, look, I'm stepping aside. Then the rest of the people say, hey, maybe I didn't do it there. Yeah, they're to me. And to my MP will be 10. The constitution of MPP was clear. When we are in opposition 2 years before the elections, we elect a flag bearer. And when they are in power, 1 year before elections, we elect a flag bearer. But when they themselves said that, to me, DM, let us hand this over to Baumia or to Kennedy Agyapong so that we can step aside and whatever they do. So
and don't forget the moment yes, and just lose that.
Absolutely. If you think about it, this is our national executives. They are trying to give up responsibility. So they organize a conference or a congress very quickly to change the rules and regulations. Sabi. Who does that in a normal sense of things? Imagine, say, you walk Chelsea, even if they didn't win a league, or Arsenal and Manchester, you don't rush and say, let us. You don't take unnecessarily quick decisions. You finish with Michael Quay report. Take your time, communicate it. Have they communicated the report well to us as Ghanaians yet? They have not. They don't even know yet, and even some of their own members. Up to today, Abronya is talking. Bempa. Also Bempa is still talking. People look, and again, this people's blood are still hot. I'm still take your time and bring all of these people together. Is it impossible to bring these people back to the table and have a beautiful conversation? It's not impossible. What Kaya, Baumia started the thank you talk. And a knife. As I would hear my election, you don't do that. You don't do that. Come back home and re-strategize. Amount for this is not in Tokwa. Hey, if you can't, Kennedy Agyapong, go to the north, go and do thank you talk. Baumia, go to central region, go and do thank you talk. This person, you could have re-strategized. But because there is small fight, you want to hand over quickly so that you go. When was the last time an MPP did not elect constituency and executive, did not elect regional executives, did not elect national executives, and then they are electing flag bearer? When was the last time we do that?
Yeah, it has never happened like that.
It has never happened like that. Normally, because you see, remember that if after they finish electing the flag bearer in January, then they will now go back to elect new leaders who have to work with the flag bearer. Normally, you elect the leaders who elect the flag bearer that they want to work with.
And they can work with.
Perfect. But now you are giving the mandate to people who may not even run in the national elections next year. You're giving the mandate to the people who may not even run in the regional executive elections next year. You're giving the mandate to people who will not run in the constituency election next year. To elect leaders for people who are yet to come and go like, why? And remember, Ghana politics, you are aware, when him say, by the time the constituency executive come next year, because cocoa season, any
I get you. And the cocoa season,
if you're brother, Mikayo, minimum of Betiasi. Cocoa season, no. Now you've taken the cocoa from them already. Hey, I've heard this idea. And if you're not careful, you, the constituency executive, who will be elected next year, if you're not careful, the next constituency executive will be elected before national executive. And you didn't even get cocoa season back. So it doesn't make sense. You elect all of these people, and then the Baumia or Kennedy Agyapong will now go and meet the new executives, empower them, talk to them to now go through. The people who led you to opposition, you are asking them to elect another flag bearer.
Yeah, the same executive lines now. What form no?
The same people
who did not campaign. Our ground. Electing flag bearer.
That is what we are doing. That you are using the same people, the same machinery that you took to election, and they made a bad decision. Whatever it is, the people of Ghana rejected it. So whatever, I'm not saying Baumia is a bad candidate. We want Baumia. We want Baumia. And you know, look, the people who elected Baumia, whether good or bad decision, you are asking them to go and make another decision again. Instead of electing new constituency executives, new regional executives, new national executives, to now, who knows, the next national executives, do you know that maybe they would have come up with some new ideas of electing a flag bearer that would have helped the party? But these myopic and corrupt current leaders are the same people you are asking to elect for the future? Really? It makes no sense.
Okay. Prof, also as professor, I will try there. If you see the of a Jerry and a person of a Jerry Sukasa from the camp, because on the Kennedy Agyapong camp. But as I'm Elike Mote raising it, very important to say. The moment a national executive decided say, yeah, change the constitution elections. And when I just 2028, they lost the structure, they lost the plus, they lost the they didn't understand the assignment. Only and I would disagree.
Okay, a cheer for Michiamon. I will be a queen or Hano. Enough for more, one fine chairman. When someone I was so. But near Tiana, sir. Yes, will be a wood near Fanny dear, in Tiana, in Fanagene. Because and some more Canada, and crisis say MPP, a good, a quantity. Omo Huni, Omujinakra. But near American Beyond said, MPP, a party, it can quickly re strategize. And that is what is about to happen. say near Canada Agyapong, Brian Champong, and Baumia, Omoyeno. Very soon they are coming together. Now, one advantage here, the early adjustment of the party constitution, within a few months, all the problems will be ironed out. And then people will come together to elect a flag bearer. Now, to the report, Michael Coy, I agree with you. It was hastily put together. I haven't seen the contest, but even he should not have even led the whole thing. See what happened because of him in parliament. Oh, in politics, there, oh yeah, offer will be a month for Unity. Johnny Cochran was saying, if you don't trust the messenger, don't trust his message. Our MPs didn't trust Michael Quaid. And do you think they will trust the report he will present? Oh, we have to, MPP4, they have to pick up, learn how to make amends. Some person they are more pen no na mobile so and the more children for no or sassy form. Say so okay or see this for more register new members. Meaning some people for the same
January.
Meaning says one more the same thing there. Now more money about one equal registration. Oh, and assembly there party no ukomo or minor and also say dear woyano if ever or munya wonko. Politics here, yes, a pesca go bottom nedia, some in a term. Say a mumian share near Oba or betumi Eddie or mine. A man for second at Japan, why say Oba obey a bit of su about me, Nadaroma and digitization, but be our Ghana open news here and yadding with his care and yadding. So no division here so high, say I'm Shanian Fanama, Yakofo Biba, Assembaba. And our brands so bet me a BTOBia. Well, and yes, our policies, yes, met me. Yeah, my chance on your behu. Now, and this is for Ayba Kwaya on Behunu. Ya, one person mujitum. Sir, President Mahama Freewa, and your behun in your baba. Baumiaba, he has what miles ahead over any candidate presented by NDC. And to what the Amomian share, Senabaya, Media Maka. Say MPP.
But only Eli Kaminya didn't say decision executives didn't take it. Say instead say the usual thing that what MPP means or more elected polling station executives, constituency, raging, and son of Mako flag bearer. No, mu change formula. And say young costro and son yaba form no. A MPP for now so I press a self-destruct button. And you'll be an home, but you're more than the best because Eli Kam argument to make it say. Obian said delegates do about to say hono muso munya kakra didi. But my delegate to fufra ko didi ako elected. Now we are new executives no mo beba by next year June no. Omo no mbekwa grassroots eduma na so omo nko. This is the argument. The person who addresses our issue no. A very important point because whoever say can know say about me the bigger problem that can identify no.
Well, and idea somehow no. Yeah. But there's no need, say a better change executives for because it takes years to build the experience to lead a party or even to become popular within your constituency. So if you are elected as a delegate, you have to enjoy the support of the grassroots. And this will take time. Oh, they say grassroots mistake one more who be brave. A bit of a call run, a palm for child. Some failure. Woman, who shall say, more increasing number no delegates, no. Teachers, I want to make a bravo woman, and Kingsley, why dear Sene, but some people for answer so. I was so who say they are serving the nation into be beyond your young co no. Woman, you know, no more than a year, so that they can offer a safe opposition to NDC. Nagana, way, Usha, Sabi, Obisi, and my papa be abano. MPP4 na diaba. Enti mo nyine mo ho ne mo man nko nanim.
Okay.
If you my main boy Prof Kakra. Prof asama make can say you because if you Prof Wakasano you just said say the Michael Quay report was harshly put together.
Yes.
And the fact that you said it was harshly put together, I am also saying to you, say, one, I agree with you to some extent that maybe Michael Quay was not even the right person. So they could have taken their time. One, get the right person to lead the committee,
or maybe even right people, not just one
right
person.
people, right? To let the decision or the findings of the report, let it simmer down all the way to the very bottom. But the decision have not even come down. They've not communicated anything well. They started a thank you tour. Then there was a knife that appeared somewhere that took somebody because Kennedy Agyapong gave some 10,000 Ghana cedis out. And immediately the executive said, look, even though usually in Ghana elections, Biano, we elect ward executives, the branch executives, the constituency executives, then we elect the regional executives, then the national executives, before we elect the ultimate
flag bearer, exactly.
Flag bearer. But because the current national executives of the MPP have realized that they have lost control of the party, so they are in a hurry to go and elect a flag bearer quickly in January before they come and elect constituency executives. Prof, this is not politics.
No,
no. Even this confusion between Bawumia and Camp, no, executives now causing this heated.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. My memory. Just almost started your more and say, almost person we flag bearer and tem. Send your buyer want to be a bedroom 2020 no more resolve. 2024
the fact so person ye flag bearer and tem say national executives one failure. No person would push his flag bearer. No, this is where
yes, just already the last year, last minute, Kennedy Agyapong the buffalo full year, Emma Alan, so you know. The party had very little time to make the necessary adjustment. In the Sabrin, almost flag bearer in term. If anything like that happens now, they will get sufficient time to put things together and to
Prof, this is not. Take your time.
They also want a very strong opposition party.
Prof, take your time and stop pushing this thing about NDC and NPP. Prof, take your time. Listen, under President Kufuor, 1 year to elections, NPP had 17 flag bearers. 17 flag bearers.
Yes.
1 year to national elections, the party survived.
Yeah.
Under Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2016, the former chairman, Paul Afoko. Afoko was fired. Comrade Agyapong was fired. 1 year to election. The party survived. Party survived. So if you are saying national executive that you are the one creating a problem. If you are in charge of the party, you don't even let Wanta come. Things have happened in the NDC. Look, even the NDC, and again, I'm not talking about MPP alone. MDC, we lost. We had the issues with Guzitano in the past. We had Joshua Ali issues. We had issues. But I'm saying that the parties are strong. We had Francis SCM issues, or Samoa issues. What are you talking about here? If you have leaders in charge of the political party, if you have actual leaders in charge of the political party who don't want to just relinquish quickly in the name of look. This one, let me tell you something, Prof. One of the reasons why the Alan thing didn't affect MPP was because it was so close to the election. If Alan have gone out 3 years to elections, earlier, it would have been dangerous. If let's say,
no matter problem where an MPP for facing, good MPP again to me good MPP. And the executives have no business rushing for any.
No, not at all. Otherwise, they are creating their own problem. Because you see, Prof, now, God forbid, let's say Kennedy Agyapong wins. Bawumia has 3 years to take a decision. Let's say Bawumia wins. Kennedy Agyapong has 3 years to take a decision. Massa, 3 years is a lot.
To take a decision to what? To support or not to support?
If you are what you are here. As in 3 years
to do damage against you.
3 years to start a new political party. 3 years to go independent. Alan couldn't register a political party before. Alan went independent.
No, Ali, come with the new thing in Bemavia. And Mr. Jerry to Oboni Chinko. Say if you can form another party, especially when him say Alan, they are almost on the United Party, almost on market time, a try opportunity.
I feel no because they didn't have that time. So I'm saying to you, this, look, if you are, sometimes that is the problem in Ghana. Sometimes we are in a hurry to buy plaster, band-aid, to put on a chrono, instead of trying to deal with the crow. If there is problem, deal with the problem. You see, what I'm saying to you, Prof, is that by now, let Michael Quay and his team of executive, Council of Elders, sit down and have conversation with the candidates and make sure that you dilute the tension. Don't be in a hurry. And go through everything. Let Kennedy Agyapong, let Bawumia, let everybody spend their hard-earned currency or to sponsor their candidates for the polling station executives, constituency executives, the regional, national. Let them put their people in place. Let them put their people in place. When they finish putting them in place, let them then get elected. But now, because they don't want to take responsibility for their actions, look, and again, you can see, even the thing that they have done. Have you seen that the party who passed Roper under Kufuor, did you see what they did to proxy vote?
Yeah, almost a proxy vote.
The party that passed Roper under President Kufuor. You see, so they are in a hurry to just destroy themselves. They are taking bad decisions. And you see, and for some of us, and again, maybe Jerry, Kennedy, Agyapong, they may not agree with me, which is fine. But there is this school of thought that believes that a lot of the foreigners kind of lined with Kennedy Agyapong. Even though Kennedy Agyapong didn't get angry with the decision, or his people didn't get angry with the decision, I hope. But because of that, look, ask yourself, say, why is it that? What is the thing? And by the way, the guy in charge of MEP's legal, the national office said that the last election that they did, they had only 78 proxy votes. How big is 78 that you have to be in a hurry to cancel it? How big is 78? And so the whole point is you see that there is a strong attempt to be in a hurry, and they are making bad decisions along the line. So for me, Prof, what I'm saying to you is that they could have taken them time. It doesn't matter whether the party is breaking down. It doesn't matter what they are doing. Put the structures in place well. This one, you know what they are trying to do? They are trying to build the roof before they come and build the foundation. We don't do that. You take the time to build the party up.
Prof, I think over Jerry, stand by me also because this one there from Thursday not to a union. These are your issues.
Obia uni aside ne de ya wo kan no entaso mu na ni executive do person mu yare say ono person mu yi presidential candidate no more money enough time to form his own campaign team. Executive one, they will have nothing to do. Say last elections no Osha senior amount for the nana do weakness a better about huamano but humia yi na no ba bia na nya yie. This time they oba as a clean sheet. Oba as what? As a clean candidate.
That is if he wins. Onye win here.
Yes.
We are not addressing issues. We are not addressing issues Ali can raise, or say more issues are. And yet likely say bet me a good MPP. Because no, okay, also I'm free party, MPP and good. And some can see me to crab, President Kufuor 70 and good. So there's no way MPP as the biggest opposition party ebegu. And you say they are not also MPP for you and say build a party in form structure systems near there or more yet before you come to national because I think talk away about me and can camp no. National executive is one of this thing. And of course, Prof addresses our issue, and about me has not won. So MPP any candidate for now.
Yeah, me come on at and say MPP for one more started a reorganize grassroots no. Me free no mudin komo. Yeah, say one more started from the grassroots and one more Eshishani Manyan Aba. And in your work as executive for person Janako, any the Anyana Creda.
Whilst the premise is going on,
I don't think Prof knows what is constituency executives, regional executives, I don't think he knows what we're talking about. We're not talking about grassroots. You don't know, Prof. You don't know.
They declare a mass for one or this candidate. And to me, I say, near me person, come on, say a man for no home. MPP for supporters or man got to a banner. About 80 to 90% or more no home. So who say, sir, and your mamma can't show money and for a country, sir, Sabi, not a tro, and a more be the actual homo. It's a say one more no home. And I'm telling you, sir, whoever emerges as a flag bearer for MPP, no, he's going to floor you. More majority in parliament, you can do whatever you want. But when the people speak, you will see, sir, Muni Babijina.
Okay.
And they say,
Your prof.
MPP for candidates, you know, woman in him so be obenya or opportunity to lead the nation. And to the anyone who no fa yes, the MPP for so home fa number 2028 umbo the basic Ghana.
Okay.
They say any parira hope, papa. And person can be biama a jaman for a raho. But any parira Christmas is one bed the same. And go conquering kitty woman yo and no more kumbiare.
From entry above and go get and get to know. Yeah,
October, woman yin and ya kumbiare. But yes, your Ghana, a first one, coconut near the GNE. So, and Timodia, Montana, na yasha. They say, Kennedy, Yana, sometime the Buhan Kakra, but wahun say, and on Fasobian and firm mummy. And about me, answer so who says, no one, and a month for Shannon. In terms of what Tonable, or any campaign, on the 1 year for cran said, was so sinny, now you didn't so sinny, or so sinny, now you didn't so sinny. I dear Faber Bagano, on Timothy, I want to Mapuati. Your bayan here, I'm a one who say, yes, in me.
Okay, yo, prof. More than 8 years old, into many years, and I don't know where it's coming from. But so far, my person addressing issues now, Eli Kemi raising very important issue about the strength of meaning someone crowd raise that. Yanko side issue, no say national executives need decided say Yanko Congress. And Sani Abe regional constituency, a first saying polling station, and this is for the friend word. Polling station here then was a wrong move. Say and no cranny idea started say we keep party na man talk away between Ken and about me starting. What do you say?
Yo, if you are with a big Kwame Sempa, near the Kama Michi at for near for and Elika Michi Steph here. I'm saying Erika ma raise very good point. And as we said, the can and then your first time. Me minimum says Abrabo ye bow bra. O starting free form now what bob brana basro. Ye more brand free throw farmer for. Just like say Usi nine. You build a foundation to have a good solid ground in the foundation before you build a structure. Now, to make us all start this structure and the about former basic foundation. And that's the same thing that mechanic be said. Sir, measures now you penny for no fast no. Wrong. Now more party no. Why they did that to favor one candidate. Send a bear other candidate no munya chance because if you are delegates to about previous election or previous primaries ye Baumiano. Now they know says ye early Congress ni oma position and say ambamua. Those new delegates be elected definitely they are going to vote against Baumia. It is now what do we do? Let's maintain the old delegates so that we'll be able to elect Baumia. Now ye nyam Baumia as an early candidate. Now, about me, the barber catcher or so, more mumpema seminar, you meet me no yajuma, we meet me no yajuma, we meet me. It at the end of the day, no master line, Alan Crawford, Ken Crawford, whoever was contesting with Baumia, Mon Crawford in other side. Now, if I be a solid Baumia base, it's a free or yet to me, can be them. As long as Yamiano, Agyapong was signed, you also done it. Attend it right now. They wish they will go back to restructure the whole thing again, but which is not going to work. I ain't too late. It is a say no. I said here, who do secret Diana Buakausim, Utu Amoja 1 2 so a proud. It be na ayom. There's almost 2 Amoja best you know Muslim tata. And
but what say the objective no was say ebe undermine Canada Japan vote into no match that any say no.
Yeah, exactly.
But and no now cause tension between Baumia company but a Ken company.
No.
Okay.
If you can compare Baumia company there, tension now cause here. Yeah, funny say. Make my use so be to say abroad here.
Okay.
as a test case. Sir, as a leader, you candidate who di group or him say bia can wo the team, who team. Na say who obi ojina or kasama ojina platform so no di other candidate atema. Na say who team me condemn. We see say you are behind it. It in the can soon Crawford bears on very retaliate, but side no my one is a mobi and could you be at them. As a matter of fact, was set a good example, baby. Away. What they started from there too. Obi to say Kwakuana, Justice Kwakuana Kokamba, Umiasem, early primaries. Right away, our man or man warning. Kwakuana and third time of Oyina different human. Also, no, I don't want to quote.
Rather was protecting Baumienti no E Kwakuana.
Exactly, because that Ken doesn't want that insult politics. Say, you condemn Obi to make me whitewash me. I don't want that. Yan con fair contest. Me winning, I'm a winning, but me a winning. It you know, on my one. Just last time, Alestete, to me as a he came out to condemn Alestete. Say, you can't say that. And now, when Kokasa won a home year, good trip, no. You cannot follow me and as a be my follower to use those Reddits.
Okay, but once he has to say they can assassin. But people are also saying, say, oh no, they attempt the day in politics by you.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Saying.
Can't fight him the day in politics be my politics are ye. Yeah, can't JJ start here. Rollins would only the attempt to boss to throw you now. And you know, you can't and you deal with politics, my candidate started. And I attempt the day no more can if you have been saying. Can you be at them? Who says here, your friend will be bizarre? Who say can't do attempt? Name one person I can't do attempt individually. Name one to me. I'll be always on be a hawker. Ken was defending MPP on national platforms. Say be a NDC for ya dear now. Of course, not from no Tiasia. He go and see the Omahine Communal Sante, and I say Kabamu. No, I could defend it. And sometimes we all know how he expressed himself. Or no, Obia Samahana, he want to come out and say it. That doesn't mean so bad baby Obiate. Man, who's or can say, we are boy, we are passia, we are argument. And all the time, you know, people misconstrue your confidence as an arrogant. And only a problem again now. Last time I fear me, my scenario said, I brought you a chromo IET. Say, Obako school. Young fam free Ghana. Ghana Kolako school. Na say, Akolani your school that be your teacher Kasano Ayedi Obia friend and no cock. Ubo teacher for na friend parents. Oh, by do Buadio on Pecas Akolani or veteran class are quiet. Yes, this is Akolani your papa. In American system, Akola and school not transit no Pecasa. School board of director will call the parents and ask you, say, what's wrong with your child? One, is he traumatized? And now Bibi Hano. We build confidence.
Okay. And confidence
exactly. Okay. And he can, in all his life, no matter what I said, the grown-up adult life, he live here in the United States. And, you know, as confidence as he is, you know, they take that as arrogant. And only Ghanaian problem or facing. But the man is not arrogant. You have to get close to him to know, say, no. As some papa can, me fan concern yen in a mason was a toasma and I said, one.
Yeah, but back to attaching anyway, fire, and any idea.
If you Jerry can't cry, almost what come out.
Eric, come on me.
Almost what come out of Faga.
Yeah, I'll be sending message. Oh, boss, I can't.
Jerry, is it Ghana?
And again, come Castle.
Oh no, that means it's from you.
Oh yes, they are telling Casapa. But me, Jeremy Casa,
I'll tell you that I
because Mr. Casa loud and very clear. He's loud and clear.
There won't be car. Okay.
I'm mute to me. I'm better.
But I can patch Casa.
Jerry won't be car.
Because Jerry, or say any can person say, say the word malafaka, excuse my French. You say, oh boss, can the debate politics more status or through man in Crawford. Obi crampon scientific for sending message say, oh boss, why you President Muhammad? In fact, media mechanic Charlotte said the and say, Charlotte say position ya will easy no cry ye. Bessie Brano Coboy, that's one later. Or be patch when a man in a man pressure say more on Casano or no be patch. But he said it. It's the argument before I say, oh boss, indeed, atema oboa. Boss na jitum say first no kasa man try and then there was almost be antregano say he's very matured.
Let's accept that, but basically now I can say obi to say President Mahama, His Excellency, can about Abonte how many times to apologize to him?
Okay,
he has come on boldly more than 3 times. Alekem is my witness. Just recent interview on UTV, he repeated himself or say he will apologize to Mama until say Mama will accept it finally. Because when who says party, no, he has realized that at the end of the day, they tag him say Bonia Odi. And since the days of Moses, you know 10 commandments, you know. You until you the 11th commandment. In Tunisia, you man the 10 sins of Canada, Japan there. All for one in account member 11 commandments. It is the 10 sins, you know, or he will keep that 10 sins instead of 11 sins. It is not going to attack anybody. What no can say? And this is for the after the attacking this or the crowd or end this mama no end this informant or no more information. Look at all this. You compare to be pet. Yes, okay, now come information. Ridiculous.
Okay.
You know.
I like remember video way. People are saying so. Be here to cat. Stika de oye tintin kesi ankenye hete Vimwa stika de support Canada Japan no. Everybody needs a sticker in his campaign. I know Vim get to yes what no ba reply attaching into attaching engineer ba alikem manguza
if you are sticker nanka onya politician I am pretty sure say he would have been in Hollywood by now.
I'm telling you.
Acting party sticker is number 1.
What can you
hey, sticker.
Oh, well, it
do you remember said sticker before Papa no original radio so no suma mama. Hey, I don't with you.
You were genuinely crying though.
When they came to power, did you remember what the kind of things, the kind of nonsense sticker said to Ghana people? And at some point, you know, I say, I think, yeah, that is sticker for you. This guy can act, eh? And you see, when they came to power, the kind of things that they would say, he said there, and then you see right now, look at sticker worshiping God. Hey, if in campaign, I said, boy, you keke. That's the cap about God. He would have hit his head on the ground.
So are you saying that the guy is not genuinely in Canada, Japan? Because I think he's genuine.
No. No. The guy is in Canada, Japan's camp. I'm just saying that he is an actor. And by the way, Stika is one of the most intelligent human beings in the MPP. Fact. That is a fact. He's a very intelligent guy. But the only thing is that the drama, no already say drama na kakra. No, the drama na it's just he can withdraw the drama, just talk your facts and just go. He's a very intelligent guy, and I respect him so much. But you see, those are some of the things that people play. Back to the MPP, like things like this. You are in a political place, Charlie. Hey, and you can even see the glory, not just because. That was it.
Oh, because she am boys, I think my boys here. I say, Jama, no, they know what Jim. Just
That is what and I make when you are talking about a beautiful Hollywood actor, you see, when you get here, you can be able to adapt and be able to act like them. When you get here, you should be able to adapt and act like them. Stika, if you take Stika to Wulomo, he will worship Pepe like that. When you take him to Juju place, he will be like that. And when you take him to the mosque, Stika will pray in the mosque right now. Allow Stika, he will speak to you in Arabic. Like Stika is, I have faith in Stika. I have faith in Stika. The thing is that look, the funny thing about Prof, is
about this Baomia camp and is it expected this way come away because over the last week it's gone to another level where Adwasafo Atuama Baomia Kennedy Agyapong say Mobi Anto Aba Mobi Odidi Matem. Mobi Anto Aba Mo because no Ken ba Anto Aba man. And the Ken Baomia team now say release attaching and now pay more fire on a first Kennedy Agyapong camp. In the past, said Omo can also been passed by fire Baomia camp. Did you expect this kind of hardcore Yinibiana? Is it the same as Funka Games and are different?
If you let me tell you something, it is very, very unfortunate that Baomia's camp themselves, they have created their own problem, just like the MPP. You see, the people in the leadership of the MPP today are the ones who are elected Baomia. So the thinking is the same.
Okay.
The thinking is the same. And that is what Jerry said earlier. Jerry Karcher will say, these same people voted for Baomia in the past. So the orchestration is that let us get these same people to vote for him again. The thinking is the same. Sure. If I ask you, do you know that an average person who may not be a Ghanaian, if you ask him, the person say, how many people are running in the MPP elections primary? You know, they will say only 2 people.
Yeah.
You know that. You know why? Because Baomia's team have given credence to Kennedy Agyapong. They themselves have lifted. They lifted him up. They lifted him up because you see, if he was not a co-equal, if he was not a big deal, you wouldn't talk about him. The people who are not big deals, do you hear about Baomia come talking about them? They don't talk about anybody else. So, and you see, mark my words, if you know, 2024, you and I, we had these conversations here. And everything that I said about the NDC came to pass. And what is happening right now is also coming to pass. Here, if Baomia should win the next primaries, if Baomia wins the next primaries, it will take a miracle for Baomia to win the next primaries. Because, you see, what his people are doing, if Baomia has any level of intelligence left, he should call everybody to book. Look, don't ignore if forgive my language, Jerry, if they have anything to say here, they should ignore Kennedy Agyapong. Stop talking up. Don't mention his name, crap. If they go anywhere, they ask about Kennedy Agyapong. At least pretend as if it doesn't exist. Who are you talking about? And if you have anything sensible to say it to the people of Ghana. Did you see the video I posted when Baomia was saying that when they come to power, they will have this thing and only MPP people will get work? Somebody should advise him. That? Oh, it's on my wall. I can send it to you.
Let me see.
And then I wrote there, say, who is advising this guy? That is the kind of thing. When you remember when the national elections, when Baomia gets 10 votes, Napo will go and destroy 7. Now what they are doing is that some of the few sensible people in Baomia's camp, when they go and bring 10 votes, Baomia himself and some of the leaders of Baomia camp, they will go and throw away 15.
It's Baomia one essay or move vote by attacking Kennedy Agyapong.
Absolutely. You don't have to say anything to him. If you look, but after today, have you heard any policy thing that Baomia have said? Have you heard anything that he has said today?
No.
But you have campaign. Also, can digitization, can job creation, or can
it is possible. It is possible.
What about EFS and funding for party grassroots for executive?
If you are going for national elections, this is you see the only thing you were able to say is funding for national executive, which you and I know he won't do. You and I know he won't take Ghana money to fund the party executives. You and I know that.
The parties cannot see what they pay.
But the party no Oscar. That's the party work. So I'm saying to you, sir, they don't seem to have anything to say. By now, if the same Baomia who asked Mr. Atta 170 questions cannot ask any question. He is not saying anything sensible. And like Kennedy Agyapong said, even national elections, they were just digitalization. You see what you did right now? We are talking about a former vice president. We're talking about a guy who worked in the Bank of Ghana. So the only thing that you can say about him is digitization. And again, you and I know, we've proven to the people of Ghana said, Bawumia didn't start anything digitization. You saw the video of which he himself admitted. And again, if you don't have, I will send it to you. And it is there, it is online. He himself admitted, say, the mobile interoperability, no, MPP, NDC phone, started yet. That's kind of what that. He said it on Communist Faka's program. And you know, he didn't do anything new, but then he tried to coin these words and confuse people like Prof. And then they got excited. Unfortunately, the people of Ghana saw through the noise. You see, the people of Ghana, you can't take them for granted. If Bawumia's team doesn't have anything to say, if they have anything to say, they would have been talking by now. Look, have you heard how many ministers Bawumia said he is going to rule the country with? Have you heard how many regions he is saying that he may create or may not create? Have you heard how many hospitals he said he will build? Have you heard how many schools he said?
When he was flag bearer for MPP, he did.
I'm talking about now. Now
I haven't heard. But first,
I'm talking about President of Ghana. Who's he coming, Kruma? If you're Jai, sir. Man, yes, sir. I'm talking about current affairs. I will say. Current affairs. I will say. To Bossy, Prof. To Bossy. The thing, Prof. I said about Babakani. Would a more, the Babakani said, would a more, about me to Bossy. Pen for Prof. Pen the paper for pen the paper natural. Some make
money all and and only can patch all and not Prof. Bra.
See, Bawumia's people, there are 5 candidates. In fact, one of the first people to attack Bawumia was Brian Agyapong. For some reason, the Bawumia team, they're not attacking him. And you see Brian Agyapong is slowly going down. Slowly going down. He's vanishing.
Why?
Because they are not giving him credence. The Bawumia team is not giving him any.
Okay.
He's going down. Educhum rised up, giddy. Almost say education. He said he did it. They are not responding to him. They're not saying anything to him. Nobody can even see Educhim on the sheet. But Kennedy Agyapong, Bawumia's team themselves have realized that look, they are looking up to him. And you see what Kennedy Agyapong is doing. Just like Jerry is saying, hey, they have called us. They said don't attack Bawumia. Why? Because Bawumia is nothing to them. He's nothing to them. He is nothing to them. And because he's nothing to them, they don't see a reason to talk about him. The people you look up to are the people you talk about. If you don't look up to a person, you don't talk about a person. And so long as they continue to talk about them, January, I'm saying, it will shock them. And by the time they finish the election, they will realize, you would have.
You are saying you are predicting Bawumia be lose.
I'm not predicting. I'm telling you, Bawumia be lose. Okay. I'm telling you.
Prof. What do you also think this back and forth between Bawumia camp and the Ken camp, you know? Then I cover we are normal to say Alan any Kufuado there and Kufuane a Kufuado there normal yet say NDC Funka games and I couldn't do near Tamil so there normal.
Okay, we are starting free a kakra. See, I heard 2020 elections, 2012 elections, 2016 elections. Ninyana President Mahama and any team and a contest in Ninyana. So enti ni American say Bawumia and say Kennedy and Brian Obia Obawin no the team no MPP for they will rally behind him. Just in politics name recognition is very, very important. And that is why President Mahama was given every opportunity. Even when he lost by 1 million votes, people never lost hope in him. They gave him the chance. And then 2020 and 2024, we see the outcome. Until the Americans say Bawumia, say Kennedy, say Brian, Obio Belidi, MPP, no, or enough time to bring the people together. I'm telling you, to bring the people together. Just look at what Mahama did. He lost over 1 million votes. He became very miserable. But by and large, he was able to put himself together and then told the nation, said, these are the things I did wrong. So please give me another chance. And now look, the number of votes he won is more than anything that we cannot imagine. So what I'm telling you is that Kennedy Agyapong, Bawumia, anybody, Obenya chance to represent MPP, no. The first thing that person will tell the nation is that we have realized the mistakes we did. And so now we are coming with what? Clean sheets. So join us and let us do the job for you. And
Okay.
that is going to
Who
work.
said this Baumia camp attacking Kennedy Japan? Kennedy Japan camp attacking. In fact, what for Jerry say, you catch almost a mom, the mom attacking Kennedy Japan. But Baumia camp no so feel say, I am a camp and starting attack, no. And almost I say, yeah, gentle at check. In the sense, we release and call for almost attack your movie. It is this, so I'm bakery when and every in a buy.
Well, Chesi Obia who said, Dr. Baumia de Obia to say as some phone from num. And I can't so the camp on the crown, meaning say, or aware, Tomo can be a and ya dear, to a call round and him for, said was it put to warm him for yes, Sabi wa home brass yenti, ye bediwachi, wa home brass yenti. Kennedy, as soon as I did, no more nonsense was sacra. So, and to work us only do be at them down. Kennedy, mean tenant sacra, no party for instance, to a man to a manua, never ban, say. But what you are saying is, Tio,
I get money landing.
I was just to correct one thing.
Yeah, can say.
Prof, ya te phone be brave ba we me na e wan te akase mante yen ya te be brave.
So yeah, what did you be at them?
That be your party say the camp. I didn't even count such a personality. So camp against camp. And him pana punchlines if you because everyone in lady every both side because Baumia camp. Abronye or Baumia camp.
Yes.
Abronye or Baumia camp.
Meaning
Baumia camp. I said I just a man to about mobile did atem. Or Baumia camp.
They say no.
Attach.
But the two teams, you know, so you elected a flag bearer noir, they will come together. But I brought you there.
Say historically, a normal say co-prime minister.
Yes. And this is Crabia Simuda. I'm an aqua to 10 home. So home. ABC Muda Manana Quad Watin, who on crown any kunu, a president. They say in the Banso by MPP. Yes, it's almost fear. Obi him how they were living. The same house, the same family. Where a National Democratic Party, and we see here NDC. Kakran. And the parties are there. Divisions, but the smart ones are able to patch up. No more combo because one combo more. Obedinku go to be one combo more. Obedinku go.
No matter how we attack each other, they affect Ochina 2028 candidate any 2028 elections.
2024 no. Usha no attacking no. And MPP for lose bitterly because Kennedy. Listen, no see attack Baumiano and I say Alan so once what 10 when you just said and the crane ma party near Bassa did the American say almost young answer. They say Mahama Kennedy, a businessman. Mahama minimum contract or the amount. But so what many Baumia Yako and Baumia so Tim Kennedy Yako. No more when
I would say this is unfair. This is unfair to Kennedy.
Bro, because these are some of the things that Prof, I want to answer Prof here.
Whoever wants
you are not Prof.
You are being unfair. Mama contract on the Kennedy. You see, if you want to make earlier, no. Omunam no mo keka say afraid you can't cry your informant, mama. You know, you guys need to Prof. You live in abroad. You live in abroad. You live in USA. Stop this.
No, and
as educated as you are, you don't talk like this on national
MPP here, Kennedy, 100 times.
Okay.
What is the Kennedy, 100 times. And we will work to keep him within the party.
Jerry, don't waste your energy.
Kennedy,
Prof,
keep him in the
Prof
party.
has nothing to say.
Period.
You are saying
utterances be saying Guba will be a camp because
camp.
now because unim contract ya makena mama dia mama contract when they come it was sign contract they say Oma Baumia election mana.
Oh, that be one thing here.
I heard you.
That's what you said.
My very refreshing here. What I wanted to say is say MPP ba government more contractor beer can be a best one so obi part be beba. Don't open anymore. And Tino be say about me and our Kennedy and about winner. They will all come together and lead the nation. It won't any year because MPP for here Kennedy
If you
100 times.
1 second, what is my prof guy no?
2024
Prof say
one compare
about
on
me
one
ba
on one conscious ko lusu so enti mo de mo ni side no mo de mo hwe na the American say 2028 no wo ba hu ne be ko so Ghana.
Okay, Prof. Home
policy there one way.
Before Jerry, 1 second.
Over a million votes. Nene, obetimi aba win pound. Sana MPP for on baba. Why? Whether can you
survive all these things?
MPP can
Prof Mobi Gazabi. Prof, you are going circle. The same thing you keep repeating.
Prof say about Miaba. And again, I'm not saying Ken is not qualified. So Ken you qualified, on your qualified, contract of Benyano, a best soon say this is the thing that is destroying Ghana. How can you say things like this when we are going for work primaries? Say contract of Nipa Benyano, a best soon chin. How do you know that? How do you get jumped there? That we will give you plenty of money.
To be fair, I think he was just trying to.
No.
I'm saying the tree sometimes how many, not the specific terminology no be used to know. But about contract but
why will he say that? What I'm saying is that no. I agree with you. But exactly. Jerry is qualified. It's more qualified than Kennedy Agyapong in maybe 2030. But I think maybe Jerry is more qualified. How did you determine that he will get contract? Why are we going to with contract at this point?
Okay.
At this point,
I get your point.
Yes, I disagree with Prof. Some more can be brave because it's some more can who he keep going circle and circle and repeating the same thing. One, MPP for a call parliamentarians and ministers. Obianu awanya contract nibio. They get almost a contract. But the question is the contract no and for so bad the basuma Ghana. Etinu say Kennedy enya the contract and or deep wayimu. If you let me give you good scenario. Because but one prof brought this, I'll bring it in. E-gate, right? How many dollars ne cost to Baumia say also I could build the E-gate? $250 million for E-gate.
No, Baumia contract now. I'm my company. Send your Baumia contractor.
He almost spearheaded here. He told Ghanaians that it cost $250 million just to build an E-gate. Now, Obia is $6 million. They are building cardio and dialysis center. Kolebu 37 military hospital, which accommodate about 80 beds. The cost involved was $6 million. In Sia, Obisu I call building gate. I'll do any cost for your it cost Ghana $250 million. Are you kidding me? Baumiane can one about Ghana chrono. They are something you want somewhere more. Yeah, Papa Nama want to say we shouldn't talk. But if this is the tangent Prof want to go, I'm going to expose his candidate. Who the 250 million building E-gate? Come on.
Analysis don't
tell me, man. Don't come and tell me, sir. Yamaha can contract. Aken is getting contract.
You see, the bottom line is
I don't want to go there. Just keep quiet, let me talk. Keep quiet, let me talk. Who a penny? You don't do that.
Also, I say, what I don't say.
What the casa?
Kennedy, also watch or number pro soon. The man is campaigning what he can do for Ghana. Ojina Badian can will be bad in the opinion. Or say, maybe decentralized ministries, or the Ministry of Agri, or Beko Northern Region, Ministry of Tourism, or Beko Volta Region, Energy, or the Beko where the Beko Central. That is what we call ideas, rich ideas. And near me, Bebo, Mino, and Oka. Meba, Mausa bro, Ghana, yet media bro away, yet media bro away, yet media bro away. a broke one, your near Mama Kumako over 40, and I say over 32, and near man, you're free banchimu, over 13 product, you're free a bromu. Kube, you're near over 10. These are jobs, are all cassette. Sebi ba. Kube, banchi, a bro, a sworn fast what and gold. He said it emphatically. Just as I can you bet me, Ashab Niama or Kana Ghana, Yatiana Supermoa. Ghana is rich, but because
but touch him, I want to say, I'm Muslim Baya. Can MPP more over 20 years? I don't know why.
I feel thank you. Attach your beer. I said, maybe I'm not law no yeah, no, I agree can count. He doesn't even understand what can he say. Or yeah, just law. What better attach as I send you do a broker, he probably don't know how to plant a broad seed. Yeah, all that I'm saying, they say. So who can say can or pali then or MPP that the one farmer. I collaborate your job best. That means propaganda politics. Yeah, me can be tiano. And now flyers about Bonte say they are going on YouTube for interview. I only saw Baumia picture on it. I don't know about Baumia and Kokasa and attach and Kojika Kazai. Because they know Baumia go now, but go for Nivika. Attach himself on Nufoso and Dangari and Okako Yisemano. And some of Koka on me but third grade across at the what is he talking about? I could get you, me but third grader. 7 years. Oh, because
I'm not punch you, and I want to attach him.
Punch him back. So I'm not console punch it. As some of Koka and Yansamba could create him, excuse my French. And some of Koka, if you tell me, say interview attach your career.
No, competence, second in emotional intelligence. Can you qualify the crowd based on your canal? Division now. Ken is only qualified as a trade minister and not as a president.
Look at that.
President Betna Konyaso will swear oath of secrecy. Na Ken only secrecy. It will only look at no man swear oath of secrecy. Or not the cabinet as a better bonting. I know if any man Ken in himself and for. He said all those things.
Afia.
The person responded.
Mammy responded. Ken or say Ken nim oath of secrecy. Me pacho. So again recent and near my SCC another Ken Beckers or Bayer president and some can grab a new idea. Because a comobia Ken in prophobia d including or no attach here. And yan I know Coca motherfucker case here. And some of Kafra Kufuado who go Heathrow Airport track Ken. If Ken doesn't know how to keep secrets, Ken would have revealed it to a Kufuado. And yes, a Kufuado man in a ministerial position. That is another secret. Yes, attach here and the D, and that's what D concern or ye a Kufuado track Ken. And some of Kafa, a Kufuado can track Ken, or Heathrow Airport.
I think I'm keeping a secret till today.
Today, Saka Ken and keep us secret, no, Bekatra Kufuado, or no, be Timmy keep secret. Ken would have revealed that secret to a Kufuado for a Kufuado not to appoint attach her as a minister. What is he talking about?
If you Ken also mentioned, sir, the details of the conversation he won't release yet.
Up to date,
pushes him, he has not released it. And he also said,
there are more damning things.
He also said that under President Kufuor, AU Village, he bought a $500,000 home and dash Atachia. But for Atachia too,
Atachia responded and Atachia said, no, he has also pushed this thing to Ken. Say, Ken will deed now of Ambra. Lead no covering a dine of Amra. Second was the document covering the house of Amra. Over anything that will prove so more no attaching. So he is responded. He has also responded.
Mami Mukakra. Second case or told my touching. It could be friendship way. Oh, Ken, Mahuda do or is legal. But when you so they can make proof on the deed anyway. ABI is not on document, right? I'm just assuming ABI is not on document. Okay, Mahuda we me koto me koye $100,000, but Charlie me crack 50. Me 50 so. Oh, ata I just remember 50 account now there.
Okay.
He probably can give you that money. That doesn't show.
Officer, what check? No, can if I check him, right?
Sometimes he contradicts himself. Ken can just go out there and write a check and backdate it on that day. No, they are better saying, how about that? Sometimes I think, because I touch him, because law school, I trust you. I don't think they have it. Because as smart as he is and call himself as a lawyer, you don't sit on national radio or national TV to say such things. Make me call law school.
But you should be fair in your language to him.
Thank you. I'm trying to bite my teeth. If you have assembly, so what I say, because of I say, Ken should bring the checker. Me the checker, me quack of family old check. I write the amount and put that date on it. Now the better say date I'm the man. And also, can you defend that? Sometimes when we are speaking, we should be in. Yeah. If you ask me, let me put it there.
But Ken team, no. I want to back more team no say na enya attach upon or no sa dynasem no. Or say or the Kate Yamon. Kate Yamon, I think that anytime we because Kate Yamon can also jump in and come and say something else. Into say enya no let that matter die. What I say, but over this year I'm also more responding to one started say one started here. About me come na attack him first and I'm attacking about me.
Thank you for asking this question, and I me go to get that was you know when all this started? It started when they decided to go for thank you talk.
Okay.
Number one.
Elikem kasa same way.
Omuko ya na omuko thank you talk no. Omuko share no na omai being said. So thank you talk no itself no. Let's bring Ken in. Near fan corner yakwa embarrassing the public at trade delegates. This is how we're gonna put our structure. Yeah, the neko we are. Yakwa I say a more no di kan kasa na ye we are ne kasa no kan yama others na battery to come and condemn his speech or disown the associate ourselves from what he will say. It no they made him talk or first thing I call Koka already buy no or the Chowpa Nema delegate and from Sobia MPP ayom Adia MPP yam etia umbiano ujna penifo nyina na mo pom chew etimo fan cheye na mo no going forward no you be correct your mistakes na fe ye ba mu biara ye be kai no yes na ko o kan we awaka bone o kan we ye no anyom de ena I think that one of them came, but Yamana Kasa. During that time, no, the same platform. Memodin, Nanabi, Obi Kobo, Nanabi assume our platform. Say, why would they allow Ken to speak before them? And no, Katasumu Muaso. Emma, Yankawa Sembio. Omuko Pie, was it Bruno Regional baby? Can Casaria pet and Omama brought you back attacking?
On the okay.
So attacking started from there. And Omba attacking no. Oma attacking now brought you Casaria Okon. I want you to go back and watch the video. I brought you Casaria pet and or down no Kosheki by your man 5. Kyle my weird Jumana my weird in and or Cotrance. We all saw it. I don't think Cocham can so slow. Yes, ba Ashanti region or baby. Oh, but near be working nipa sekan. Yeah, just say.
Okay, you know.
Yeah, thank you. It is a yes orchestrated plan and well calculated thing. I know more yeah. To it can't shade in or say baby I didn't con one shot. You be cool be bashano. Let me withdraw. And or train who free. Thank you, Todd. No contrary fee. Adreno. That is why can't free moon and the best free because can't free now from thank you ton is not relevant. Uncle by Biafra camera be a new mochi. Obekaya after Ken withdrawal no name one constituency by yeah more omunya publicity no. They didn't get it. Et in a year will be show mumu. A free ho and I feel me nimnia quartia and I brought your contra to me radio. Kodi di Ken attempts and the same Nadia and send me walk rabbit to me, nor the Sunday kum, bed drilling out to a Nina was a plan what they are provoking because you're in second year. Nekuma hand in Tinuko Kana.
I think I say about me team a sponsor a brought you to attacking.
Thank you. Etino, if Abronya was fully sponsored, say, Yajuma we my na yemfa chino, because that's the only time I'll be nyano. And I young team ni binu su nya abutrade ye dey papa de trans here say listen, ade omu ye nyina ye said up. They want you to come out to retaliate to what is going on. Don't utter a word, don't say a word, let them do. Omu ya at the end of the day no is rather going to elevate you. Send early come kind no. It almost started somebody can begin to get that sympathy support.
Vote, okay.
And you vote sympathy support. I feel now some of the Baumia camp no cry now come more Baumia. Almost I feel the Muyama Brusso. That be the Yamuya who's the Ken is right. Then people start shifting to Ken. I know many also, but now it's too late to stop Abronya. And then Abronya continue pushing. Obia beso so. Yes, we say one of two things on the internet near there. There are no bloggers na neko. But any frontliner via from Ken Camp did not utter a word. Or media bronya tem, ya niba umia tem, ya ankashi. If you talk about bloggers now, yes, Obia can the end day. But frontliners may become nobody utter a word.
The big question I did be uncle for Busan Sentiaban said Baumia, we need this racer. Can there be unity to the extent that Ken Beckers or best supporting Anna?
That's a good question, but I would rather want you to vice versa. Second, we near. But we have for Bana.
Yeah, but who knows? They say who Ken Camp. That's why I'm asking you that, you know. Say Baumia nebe we near. Ken bet any bet me na kwa ba be ya adwuma na.
Sir, a bet depending on 24 national executive, any whatever community their name is. But you ask us, can who we near, would they also join? Because the status are brewer.
Okay.
I didn't know if you have formed by the Akona, Ken is winning. There's no amount of Akola crowd, the Akola band there, because Ken is winning. One, sir, last prime minister, you're calling about Baumia government machinery. Okra police council, military, one armed forces, commander-in-chief of Ghana, so Kufuor Tadachi, name it, all security apparatus, everybody, ministers, MD, MCD, whatever they call them, including Prof. Otiabi, Obinyata Baumiechi. Ekosi saying, Ekomaya 41%. Electoral commission crowd no time I did results ni nyina 9 constituency ni nyina be count. It's dropped to 38.2. 38. But it's okay, let's maintain the 41%. Because 41% came in and now there's still a standing 9 police station by. After Sana and the count, it came to 38.2. But yeah, now so some of us we know say Baumia got 38.2. Thank you. It is a Samutia said, Sandipa where you're presenting in Ghana, you're marketing for 16 solid years. Now, I say 16 years, let you know, Ababa put the answer in fan come, you know. I don't see any logic in this. If you are no more reference, say, Kufuor compressor, like Kufuor compressor. If you think about it, and yes, I need a Canada, you call back. Dubai Kobaku Yapamono. John Mama and Kasa Yaka, John Mama won in his first term. Dr. Hilary Man, Okobaku, we need Dr. Buzia, or we need first time Okoye. It is a son of Canada, and yet there's so many references. I must say, you know, one copy. We shouldn't even go there.
Okay.
As politicians, you know, don't tell them, we call a Kufado, a Kufado, Komianu, Kufuor, Komiesa. That means about me, I come pre-9. In the who they fought in a systematic way there. But we will go 4 times before winning. Okay. Let's put that aside.
But Mammy Musa will answer my prof or prof Besame who Baumia camp officially and I may who I want them to sort this one out first. Maybe whether Prof or Baumia camp officially and a Prof, because you are speaking
Well,
like
I'm not a registered member of Baumia. I'm not a registered member. The last time I registered for this line was in 1992. Ebikrani and Wobo movie. Now, the American said, Jerry, said, Ken or her.
Oh, team Baumia.
May will be a or minor or better me a coyanim.
Is that Ken Anna? Is that Educhumana Baumia?
Ken a dear Bakwa, Metanachi. Duchuna dear Bakwa, Metanachi.
It was officially Baumia camp.
Menini camp. But maybe I'm stand for progress. Here, I stand for progress.
Why
oh, my name. Mr. Obio Baba, and your first, you know,
the knockout.
Here, oh, Nigeria, somebody waka. Kennedy crowd, Kasma, Kawaka Jaika. Kennedy, Jerry Asma, Kennedy Waha, Kawaka Jaika. What I'm saying is that Mumia Mua will be obedi or man. No man, I ye. You need probably
Prof.
Sir Kennedy Baba, young United, and the Makacho said, Kennedy. Let me say that again. MPP for here Kennedy, because or adrenaline MPP for here Baumia, MPP for here Brian, and Tisa Nipa means somebody party, or be a party anymore a year. Now, Mommy and try say, Yanya, won't you, whatever 2024, I'm a near 2 MPP for no, some want you, Edna Mikacho say, Sir Kennedy Crow, Kajari, some of the brow can Kawaka say, withdraw because on any abris will be your mind in him. A combo first will be now. Some of them
can you name one?
Saying,
Baba Prof, second winning is
yes, but
can there be unity for the general election?
I'm telling you, sir, second winner, Baumia will never run away or support no, because he likes unity within the party. Take it from me. I think you are recording this into the damage through Kennedy winner. Baumia will never run away. Baumia will never run away.
Okay, yes.
Brian will also not run away. They will all follow him.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Brian will never run away.
Okay. And someone because Brian Subeka said about Prama Eastern region. He had to bankroll everything from
yes.
24 and an atosia so about me more or mono. So I don't know how
there'll be a time they'll come together to fight.
Okay.
With a strong arrowhead. Yes.
How this compares to Funka Games? Because I know between Funka Games, at Tamil coming and Akunedu camp. You two abandoned and Akunedu team now and support it for the campaign. If I take you back to 2004, Obeda Samuamu Diano, NBC Congress, and I was there, I reported all those Congress up to Tamadini, and I reported. When Obeda Samuamu Semneba, Roman Kobwa, Rollins and Crawford, executives, no, Anya campaign. They have to do the campaign on their own. It's the Prof normally it's a division back. They are not losing, especially acrimonious. They say Obeda Samuamu time, no. They will not go and support. I want you to see, do you think that the Omumi Enuka way we need a support possible?
Yes. I firmly believe in this. Until they will come together.
Okay.
They will come together. Look, in 1979, power election honor. Samoka yeah. Ama President Lima baby T Victor no. And then you know a man for team. But Sabi, one way about for no moon the history of the political party. Kakran, they were able to regroup and about winning power. And you can hano. What dear Mummy and share 2028, all of them will come together and then fight a worthy cause to win power, to move the nation ahead.
Do you think their powerful can be possible? Taking Funka Games
let me. You will be such a question me, Nubi. I mean, let me answer some before you continue. One, you ask, say, Usi Atacha say, Ken has been in the MPP for all of these years. Why hasn't he? If you wasn't about me, I would told you I say even Vice President or Biantino. Is it about me who told that even him as vice president, nobody was taking his advice?
Yeah.
So if Vice President Grampo, nobody was taking his advice, then a common MP who is not even a minister, who would have listened to him? That is one. Secondly, we'll say, will they help? And then, and this part, let me be very careful and let me be passionate. I'm a healthcare, let's say healthcare worker by technicalities. See, let's be careful the way we talk about people's health. If we are going into an elections, and again, Jerry and Co, forgive me, if people can make statements like opening somebody's head is not different from opening your mouth. It's not different from opening your stomach. It's not different from opening your chest. It's not different from opening your leg. It is all your body.
Am I a C-section? Exactly. Does it affect your health?
Exactly. No, like, people fall sick and they go to the hospital. There is nothing wrong with it. You can go under surgery and by the way, people who have gone through some of these surgeries are healthier than people who have not gone through anything. Because maybe what they know now, you don't even know, say you have bigger problem. So this, and I listen to matured MPP people saying things like and I'm saying that for healthcare purposes, we cannot. You see, the next thing that is going to happen is that even if somebody say, the doctor tells somebody that, oh, you know, there is a little bit of tumor in your head, we need to do this. The person will say, because we can't stigmatize things like that. And the reason why I say that carefully is that when you make some of these statements, it goes beyond politics. And when you win, it becomes very difficult for the person to work with you. Because you are the one.
Because of seminal market canon.
It has gone past
politics.
It has gone past politics. When you go into healthcare and you go to family lives, you are breaking any opportunity to reconcile.
First and foremost,
somebody called
Yes. And you hear people say things like that, and you are asking yourself, say, why will somebody open his mouth to say a thing like that in politics just for the sake of? And again, even if it is true, like what? So what? Like you don't know what happened. You don't know what the person did. You don't know.
The money is even more dangerous if you take 2028 elections. People said the same thing about Atamos. Right. Atamos went on to win the elections in 2028.
Exactly.
And became the president. And we should be careful how we use it. And you say, even before Atamos died, there were people who didn't show one sign of sickness.
Exactly.
Exactly. Health conditions can happen to anybody.
Thank you. So let's put that away. Let the MPP stop this nonsense. It doesn't make any sense.
Prof, this will be a deacon attempt.
Prof, let's not go.
Hold on.
You see, and so let this end today. Baumia has gone under the knife before. Almost a lot of people who are that age have gone under the knife before. There is nothing wrong with it. It doesn't diminish your functionality as a human being. It doesn't destroy anything about a person. So let's put that aside. Now to the matter. You see, again, as I'm now talking about Fonka and then Nana Konodu and the NDC party near the end. You see, and that is why you see when Prof is doing the, let's just say politics now. You don't even understand. You don't even understand why Prof is saying things like that. Because
beyond the show, okay, go ahead.
That is fine. For example, now earlier on, Okasaya copy say, if you back roll is if you mono now nipa baku now the whole house you don't even know who is who. And I'm like, you don't know the Abu Jinapos and the John Jinapos. You don't know them. You don't know the
I know that.
Maybe the NDC's vice chair Abanga and the brother who is in the MPP. You don't know Harashid Bawa and the brothers. You don't know all of this stuff. Like
Baumia family, yes.
Baumia himself. So why will you go to the gutters like that? It's unnecessary. The fact that Nana Konedu started another party, I mean, come on, Prof. You don't do some of those things. So to the point is that, again, if you're to some extent, you are right. But that is again that proves the point. Prof point said things have happened in the past. It didn't destroy any party. Just like you are saying, Kofoedia, as a trouble, as a trouble in that game. At the end of the day, the parties survived. So for you, for executive to say, we saying in term now one time you best solve it. I mean, why are you preparing for one? Why are you preparing for all of them? Why can't we hold elections 2 years to the elections? If there is any problem, call the people indoors, talk to them. If they won't listen, that is fine. Move on, because the choice of the people, nothing will wash it away. Nothing.
I just even remember as Elikem Okaze ya BOB to say that Baumia go ko yi ne ha ni Orlando.
It's a stroke or something like that. Almost I didn't call London.
Yeah, it's still in London.
Help to not be
where your personal issue.
Help should not be the subject of any political discussion.
Because boy your party no
that is why I said I only said that that is why I said that Baumia also went under the knife.
They are all working together. The Omo can be and they all come out clean. And
okay,
Prof, use the mute button, Prof. That is why I said that Baumia also went under the knife. Full stop. So let us put that aside. So if you're it's a contest. Even has Kotoko. It is a contest. So there will be conversations, there will be bragging, there will be all kind of things that will be done. But at the end of the day, does that mean that Katakwa and has not anything? One person will win, one person will lose, there will be a draw. So for a party executives to sit down and the brilliant idea they can come up with is that let us build the roof first. And then when we finish, we can build the lintel level. And when we finish, we can then build down. To think like that. And again, Prof, you don't understand what I'm saying. You think I'm talking about grassroots. You don't understand. So just listen. Don't worry about it. For a party to think that they can just circumvent the process and hand over the leadership, because you see, Prof, if you don't know, when a party loses power, the leadership of the party is the headquarters. The party chairman, the general secretary, the organizers, they become the leadership. Now, the only reason why they want to relinquish the leadership to another person quickly, because the moment they elect a flag bearer, that flag bearer becomes the leader of the party. So that person is in charge of everything. That person is in charge of fundraiser and everything. I'm not talking about campaign team, Prof. You don't seem to understand. I'm not talking about campaign team.
Your point is made. Your point is made. I'm saying, yes. Man, what I wanted to find out was to say,
yes,
Nama Kredu never joined the main campaign team after losing Fonka Games.
That very one, yes.
Is it likely? And I also a MPP crowd, but even Alan Akufo-Addo, people never joined a Nanado campaign to win elections. There were very clear divisions until Lomu win here, and you find even MPs who were on that side. I am on my appointment to that. And the Aslam person who are responding to Aslam and program, so sometimes they may never come together. Especially in acrimonious, to say Jerry can say, so Jerry can excuse my friend, this become very personal. Yes, sir. Unity very dicey.
Yes.
Unity very dicey.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying, that it goes beyond politics at this point. And because it goes beyond politics, it becomes very difficult. And thanks to the lazy NPP national executives, in case one person loses, they have 3 years. 3 years to decide on anything they want to do. Because that is one of the reasons why the old people who had brains in the NPP, the Daroches, decided that if we are out of power, 2 years, a year. If we are in power, 1 year. For some reason, this JFK money idea, they feel say, look, we can't. So let us.
They are lazy.
They're completely being lazy. The process should have been followed. They should have stayed as leaders. They should have made sure, because you see, they lost elections to 2024 December. Then 2025 December, by January, per 1 year, you don't want to be leaders again. You want to hand over leadership to somebody else. And that person runs everything from their office now. That is pure laziness. That is purely not taking accountability. You did not even allow the party to even accept the defeat less than in a year. Okay. You need at least 2 years for this to go into the people, gradually work your way back. But what you are doing now, you see, what the best you will get is that if Bawumia wins, the best you will get is that Kennedy Agyapong will keep quiet for the next 3 years. That is the best you will get. Well, the worst is that he will form a party or he will go independent. The best Kennedy Agyapong will get is that Bawumia will keep quiet. The worst is that he will form a party because 3 years is a long time.
I know it's dangerous. When Kennedy Agyapong started to cast or fight or party. Any MPP better.
And if you one last thing, were we not here in Ghana when MPP said that they said what trim delegate process and they were allowing every MPP member to vote, you know. So what happened? That they are gradually chopping off all of those. They did voting, and over the whole country, they did elections for thousands and thousands of people. Right now, from what I hear, 220,000 delegates. How come the MEP is going back to the delegate process? Again, because someone is being lazy. You are supposed to raise funds from the branches, constituency, region, national, before you come to the flag bearer elections. Okay. This one, you are just demanding money from 5 people. And you have to do delegate elections. Okay. And cancel, cancel the proxy vote. You are canceling so many things because you want one person to win. I wish them well.
Okay. Yeah, speaking about the proxy vote.
I'm about proxy vote. We are against proxy vote, you know.
No, I feel I came proxy vote, yeah. From where the angle he is coming from now, you may think say and can be favor. But in other words, it was going to go against us. Right? Eric, let me explain to you. Proxy, you know, they are structure MPP the two we even fight for it. You remember Roper?
Yeah.
It you know nanka okay if sen komumbe follow the same structure and enkoye bias it was good. But what was going to happen, they said last primaries now you to abana yet kromo yakra also ya to abano through electronical. Obianya email, the email na you send it across no. Osaka there's a what to be. The next thing we heard, they say the whole diasporans in US has thrown their support behind one candidate, which is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We're winning 100%. It started from all this proxy. It come by and they say, oh, Sanet here, and here. The proxy in the Obioma, says I do ACB. And they start fighting and say, no, proxy in the Ebebaso. They were fighting it because it was going to benefit one candidate. Now, you cancel proxy. No, I don't know if you have followed it very well. Ubo said there's some sort of particular group will be there fighting for it. They even wanted to take it to court and blah, blah, blah. You know the camp that they are fighting for. You see that in Narazos, they are coming from this particular camp. That is what they are fighting for. The woman said, you find it said Nipa 30, and I said Nipa 50. Ewo proxy wo kromwa. Yewo MPP penifo wo kroma. Let me use US as a reference. Me mo bi edi. Omuti kromwa. What they do ni say me Jerry. You come to me and ask, oh, Jerry, to me Ghana Kotwaba. So that be due to my problem in college school near the me call. Oh, and they will prosy the farmer me, right? No, I Jimmy prosy. Oh, that be me prosy farmer. Oh, that would have farmer me will be out or better candidate open. Trusting that person said.
And the people were buying the proxy votes.
They were buying from us. It is a $200 or $300 not their money. No, I Jimmy prosy no. It of the 2, 3, 300, 200, 200. Let me just on hypothetical way do. You have to turn 300 times 3 by 3. That is how much 9,000, right? We're spending $9,000. They have top proxy vote. That 30 proxy he's going to sell it to one candidate. I'm not going to mention it. Some candidate, no, the command, they sell one proxy for $5,000. It's at the end of the day, no, it gives him $150,000. Wa pocket it until 9,000 if you ma when you see be eye obi cocoa season.
Right.
I ought in the cocoa. Those people were going around TV interviews and all sort of interviews. So yeah, tears here, the back court because they know that they have lost.
We are against proxy, no.
No, yeah, we wasn't against, but national neck for the bus.
If you are just one line.
Okay.
Yeah.
One line.
The link not to one. So person friend we share with
Jerry,
you
one line.
Any tension
No
build up now, but we are free so be join the link no for okay high live radio Vim Radio online in now bet me afa now I join go Facebook or YouTube so my penny comments into know to me join it with that. Elikem.
If you are, my understanding
just a point of your personal information.
Yeah, my understanding is that every constituency was bringing about 9 delegates, and to the US would have had maximum of 9. Maximum 9. 9 will not make any change. If you decide to buy it 1 million, it will not make any change.
Let me no. This time at this abuse. Remember when they decided to add old executives,
right?
Okay.
To vote.
Electoral college.
We end up getting almost close to about 100
in the US. But you see, but most of the people who are going to go, some few, like last year, I must say the whole process on the whole diaspora was 78.
I get your point. All that I'm saying is that not everyone who will be ready to go to Ghana and vote.
I understand.
And to that proxy, there was going to be a scheme. And that scheme, neck before we say last primaries, they be election committee na ya form. They know all these things. So what I say, they know better than I do. Oman the trans say no. Send here na fear back when you side view.
There's no proxy vote in this primary.
If you want to vote and you live in abroad,
December ticket abroad.
President.
People like yourself near there, no okay, ticket.
Oh yeah.
By Jerry with him, you know that. But you see, on a light note, this is part of the problem that I'm saying. This is Kokosis in Maobi. And Naga chairman, the secretary be our USA. Naga Jimmy 1,000 be the idea. Now the person cannot even get that one. Now he has to go all the way to Ghana to go and sell. He's still going to sell it anyway. They're still going to sell it anyway. And instead of selling it here, collect some 200, you still have to go home and stuff. No, this is Kokosis. People must eat. And these people are about to eat twice. These people are about to eat twice.
Exactly.
You MPP people who will win the next one, make sure you punish your party.
Hey,
we will unite them. We won't punish them. We will unite them. And also, what we're going to do, they say, it's about time we have to conscientize our own people. Okay. Tell them, idea with Udo Maya, you don't do this. Udo Party, you don't do this. I don't know, your contest now, if you are all the 5 contestants, everybody deserve it. You know, the other one. Nemo, Udo, any firm among the 5, when they are about 2 million man, obey me, 2 million on general election, they are brave in terms of competing with NDC. Because I'm trying to do my NDC 4 years, they say, yeah, I have nothing against them. As almost fair.
You think NDC is doing a good job now?
They're doing a fantastic job. And so I say some of young people try to condemn. Don't propaganda. If you are the if you are a Ghanaian and you say you don't see what NDC is doing now, not just Ghana and that's all no Ghana. Because me MPP, me a Ken supporter. I want Mama to be succeed in his governance. Say Mama succeed here. It will be easy for Ken to also fail. No one knows they have follow the same trend on their bus route. But maybe we should say, Mama on fall it, na me bomb pie, na me tones Mama can never succeed. Say Mama and succeed here. Next government also be break.
Yeah.
Because now Mama will take the country to the ditch. Now it's you. Up to you to bring that country from that ditch to the surface. Ebedu surface now you are starting. Ebia, o first 2 years no the cover free ditch. The abedu surface. O last 2 years now person o progress in the bus road. Election is near. It would mean nyehwe. Now obi so tietche no so we see last 2 years
it is
now.
so far the mama has done well, but what is the first number one thing Abeka say mama excellently and our year at least?
I would say the sustainability of the dollar depreciation and I said fantastic. Say anymore
Thank you.
we took it to
Wait,
4 to 17. No. We took it from 4 to 17. It's a fact. It's all over. When you say me support them, I'm setting facts.
Okay.
There are data there so say yes. We took it from 4 to 17. No,
to be fair
but
to the
within 1 year, almost maintaining under $12, under 12 cities. Now say 1 year and we're maintaining below 12 cities. We should stop propaganda politics and applaud our 2-4. Baumia now. They offer no. Baumia change penny be. But the guy is good. At 2-4, I never heard at 2-4 lecturer say, I will arrest dollar, I will do this if fundamentals are weak, exchange. I've never heard that from him. Although he believe in action, he is human man, so he has delivered. And you know, who am I to come and condemn you and answer to criticize the Najuma Oye? It's a boy now, let's applaud him. He is supporting them costumes. They say, so much maintaining under 12. Nasa nyamia do not can so bad. No so bad, no so be maintaining be at 12, no so be tisna ba under 11. So
Okay.
That's what I'm fighting for.
Prof, the same question. Prof, do you think Mahama 1 year?
Yo, I Matia din Jerry, and I'm a catch or say, second crow ha, someone can be break or cast a quano too.
Forget you know me person was say Mahama.
Yeah, oh, Mahama then say, I how we also buy from a critic say it's laudable. Why are there? And a currency so working, very good. So now anyone be bro and toasting, workers also with your okay. Necessary teacher for just say horrible. But why you be?
Point of
Ophelia, the nation as a whole. Ophelia, the nation as a whole has failed. We don't want to fail. We all want to succeed. And Mumiamuano, but that be I can say, at workers also on to Canada. Sabi, and Yadia, so necessary to me not by 10 months, Untiomoka, but when you find scat at cover be our pay. Now there's some more top playing. Yeah, I must say, a Kufadu dear, now we go, most more damn the back right chest. So, and take money, dear warrior, Mumiamuano, the Sanko ya, young nan ya bebre. Yanya, we better say, Yaka contium. The Fia, Kianako. And Mumiana Moano, not on any year. This year can't bet here, Yaman. What can I say? You can't want to answer 2028, I'm not for better margin. Wahunu bida.
And to probably purchase a mama government that is a one prominent idea why you idea by exchange rate in our
exchange rate come home. And I say, well, the budget to yes, say what be highway to Kumaseno. And it's very, very important. Go home. And another crown so could be a house unit be wo yeah, and also say very good. Now me cry me transanka saglemi house, you know, or back home, no courier, because they say a white elephant.
Now, you know the court case in Tino and person more
has on the starting your court to wait me a koi. In some paper court or year to go, wait me a year to go. No, I'm an free hall. Yes, okay. By a president, obey to me or new one grow. Why, sir, house in open my gun of war. Nyan this phone call cotton. Obia cotton be workers, you know. And okay, I say young Naya Boano. Now, a year. Now, the American Beyonce say Kennedy, Branyo. Chumo, Bamio, Obio Babano, MPP for Nina, Momianya Bako, Nienta or Mochi. Momianya want to be a party no. Sir, 2024 in the I had the Shia papa. No more face breaking the 8. Oh, free HSS, all this, your backo. But your court about we are more you could see here. And team Panifuano, they must come together. One more answer can no vote in Yana, once some arguing. I'm on my team no Nyama Oman Yafe, the Pamcho Bebre.
Okay.
Okay.
Prof, Mamino has really come there and another episode they come. Man, Johnny, but I can just a few minutes now. Your point, you know. My posting link in but I think a lot of people are not seeing it. I think because of the system they use, you know. I'll go back to the previous system.
Since 2008, this is the first time in Ghana's history that the CD will end the year possibly appreciating against the dollar. This is the first time since 2008. Prof, again, Prof, unfortunately, I don't want to use the word that maybe you say because I'm a Ghanaian. Prof, today, that last month, there was a technical issue. So the allowances of the teachers weren't paid. Today, that one and the current one was all paid. Again, you need to be abreast before you come on radio, Prof. Don't be ignorant and come on radio. You need to read a little bit before you appear here. If you need to, you could have just Googled.
In context of what? This. I think he has read. Profit education. Okay.
No, he didn't. No. I'm saying that
in reference to what you should have also
before you mentioned, it was needless. It was needless.
What was needless?
It was needless to allow citizens to work for 10 months without pay.
Do you understand? Do you understand what is happening? We are building a nation, and issues happen just like in the United States of America. If here was the US not and a lockdown for almost 50 days, and was anybody paid during that period?
No.
Nations
are paid. People were paid. Yeah.
No, federal workers were paid. Federal workers were paid.
Yes, federal workers.
During the shutdown. No. The recent one, the shutdown when
Trump shut down. No.
Yes.
No, they were not paid though.
They were not paid. Government shut down. No government.
No. Exactly. No federal workers were paid. That is what I'm saying, sir. So things like that happen, and things happen in every country. If something happened and then the government says, because of this allowance will not be paid, then you come in here and say, Prof, you need to uplift your game a little bit. You've been mentioning these 10 months since 90 Kobotok Jojo. You've been mentioning this generalist thing since please lift your game up a little bit. Before you come on radio, research a little bit. Because you and I have done this several times, Prof. You can't come here and recycle the same.
You want him to give an example that you want. Let's be fair to Prof. We can't.
No, he doesn't have one. He doesn't have one.
One research.
He did not. I'm saying, sir, on the. But if you, I said that. I'm saying that on the matter of speaking to the people of Ghana, you need to read on the matter you are going to mention. If you're going to come and mention certain things, I'm saying that read on the matter before you come here. What's it?
A salary issue.
Exactly. You need to address yourself and be aware, say. And by the way, the government issued a statement, the accountant general issued a statement today. So if you're not informed, don't go, hey, where am I? Look, again, you see what Jerry did? By the way, you see what Jerry did? If you 1 second, you see what Jerry did here? The same thing Kennedy Agyapong did some time ago, even when they were in power. He said that, IMF. He said, I can't defend this. And that is the decency of doing politics. And people like Prof, even though you are an MPP, you need to lift your game up. Jerry said, I can't floor him.
Elikem, I think you are belaboring this point. I think Prof accepted to say, we're in your update.
We are moving on. We are moving on. I need to make the point.
I'll call home.
Also,
people are complaining. I'll call them. Go ahead.
And then, like Jerry said, again, that is a brilliant thing. And look, we all need to add to the development of the nation. It is okay to say, but I think I can do better. It is okay. It is okay to make some of those statements. But this kind of the backward mindset, even though you can see Ghani, everybody. Wanka. He said people are not being paid salary. He started mentioning unnecessary things.
No. Budget.
If you are a Ghanaian,
I will be Kumasi, manka. And I'm just
the highway that the MP wrote against. If you listen, the country for the first time, There are so many things happening. Every sector is seeing real growth. We saw under Baumia, just like people mentioned, Jerry mentioned, even uncompleted runabout, Akufo-Addo went to commission. Uncompleted e-gate, Baumia went and stood there and was laughing, and the e-gate refused. Uncompleted things you were trying to launch. And you are here. People of Ghana are speaking clearly, and you still wouldn't want to listen.
Okay.
You still don't want to listen.
Prof has been honest enough to say that my idea. But don't also make it like, because economists also actually say government is not servicing any loan until 2027. They do honor and you be the real year of reckoning.
At least for now, yeah.
President Mama is doing a good job.
At least the first 1 year, let's applaud him.
Yeah. So let's take that member Prof baby. So also on the other side. With your kind, that's where he's coming from. Understand him. Tell him your face here.
Good job.
Yeah.
And this is for just not the first time one more attacking me. Why?
Oh, Prof, it's not an attack. It's not an attack. I'm only helping you. I'm only helping you to upgrade yourself. See, it's not your phone. Your radio no jai. Lift your game up a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you so much. And I join.
Make the article, my send article.
I'm saying, I am a speech. I'm saying, and then I'm a press conference.
My sending the number.
About I just have a comment, you know.
Oh, that's something they want responding to.
Yeah, Team Ken US, and I'm person who reading my man for TV.
Did you remember?
About 5 your time now, so Team Ken US. In fact, Brian Michael also person Johnny. I'm saying link don't have Emma or more problem because honestly, see, and I bias for Ken for Nama Bashi, Baumianko for Team Michael Japan. But Team Ken USA director, I'm say they condemn Baumia campaign team to using Adwoa Safo as a woman whom Kennedy Agyapong shares 2 children with to campaign against him. Basically, that's what they are saying. So comment here inciting that a mother of Ken's own children to be used politically to attack him in unethical. And Baumia is being unethical, he's been irresponsible and very dangerous. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and Miss Adwoa Safo share a lifelong bond through the 2 children, and both must be able to coexist peacefully and to plan and safeguard the welfare of their children. Politicizing such a sensitive relationship risk and emotional harm to the innocent children lowers the standard. I think this is a very impressive statement. We're making back over Jerry Monday now. I have said, Ken to going on UTV to fire Adwoa Safo when Oka Brocha no Siomba. Me, I thought Adwoa Safo na yari because she was going through something. She had lost a child. But also na Kennedy Agyapong back boy and also so yari neba penny no. And I thought that one too was also unethical and irresponsible. Ken should have stayed quiet on that.
Yeah, but
I agree with my statement. I agree with the statement we say. Baumia no was unethical and irresponsible. But I think that Bibi should have caught you Bibi, but
let me clear something. That you see the difference is then time and I can cancer assembly, it was just about e-levy issue, right? But this time a contest presidential primary.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. This is the same person is involved. Adwoa Safo and the children.
Well,
if you go
public good name papa anymore. It's up to her.
I mean, see, I know they Adwoa Safo they know but Ken neto born kane. Saba kuna one katana deja sono. Because Ken knew about Adwoa Safo condition. He also knew about Kolano's condition. Tineka say,
if it gets to some point, you see, at the time, e-levy, when we were trying to pass e-levy, the country was held to ransom. Then it gets to a point where when the country is stopped and it's like we are waiting for one person. The person said, I want private jet. You made it available. The person said, unless you go and pay this money through my access bank, you made it available. I understand you, but you see, when you are holding a country to ransom, sometimes it gets to a point that even your husband must come out.
Private jet.
Do you remember, sir?
Going through something.
If you do remember, said the guy now will shoot cake, never partner giving him up.
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly. So there are some things it's beyond family.
That's a different example.
To the Oh, me back to the MPP, no. When they were trying to pass their E-levy, which we told them was not going to solve their problem, at that point, they needed her to come back and vote. And so they thought, say, going to speak on the matter, said, this is why, and this is what they did. And by the way, why are you not talking about the fact, if you're going to talk about that, then go into the fact that the MPP used an imposter for Agyapong. If you're going to talk
about that. I don't know about that. Obviously, finally came. Into we can't say imposter. Finally no buy. Or buy. Into the moment.
Anyway, you fancy
Jerry, thank you so much.
Thank you.
USA.
Prof,
or saying, I just have the answer. Or sister, 1% of the same Kennedy Bear president, no man a position near bear friend, family and friends. So, teacher, but me and your car, no man a position here. Obian to me accuse the president say family and
friends. But Prof, who's that?
I Prof, many first address upon couch and
one can year.
One can year.
No,
who said Ken Bar, all governance in the family and friends. And I like
yes.
it.
Because we're not here appointment. Maybe a Canadian farmer now. And
I mean, Ken is going to work as a Ghanaian. Offer me yes, me mama me beji position me madam for beji way, but rather no or ba year Juma se Ghana ni obi o deserve position be on the man.
Kennedy man position how me because
confirmation of Ken ability.
Yes, but it was poorly worded. The way I just have to present it, and the money I said, "Oh, the open tea."
Yes.
It was bad. Yeah. It was bad. Oh man,
Kennedy man appointment here, and how be
yeah, because who say Honorable Renato she fire the Pobano about Koiko, and I bet you for Mukomuno. Now, I just have who bet me not to share a campaign.
Next week. America Prof that's be barely get more to switch statistics or no switch there will university. But NDC comes team no only the brain behind it. But on tank asantia moon of fire is in that we really can that's baby. Fantastic expose now the mind about the bigger picture now. We'll be answered down for an thank you so much for today. In the end, you have a Malike Mortis on the other Munama some joining and there will just you media. Yanko Poya Aduma next week, a bit champagne. Find me say link no not a problem. And Mr. Brad Michael also person joining next week show no problem at all. I'll bring you on board. Why? Until you know me send him a link so that I will add you. If I'm a Vim lady, I will say for good night. Good night.